Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, jeez, I gotta hit the button. Hey, everybody.
There we go. Heads up, everybody. Yeah, sorry about that. Just running late, getting stuff cleaned up, and went, holy shit. So, kinda, yeah. Anyway, welcome. How are we? Is everything working, I hope? It should be. For some reason, I'm hearing something weird. Anyway. Neat canning process. Anyway, what's up, everybody? We had... Is that working? Yeah, it's working. Some of the early crew in here as you. Why isn't that seeing YouTube? Oh my god, hold on. Stream Elements crashed again. Can we refresh that? Live. There we go. I see Stream Elements crashed. Anyway, had some of the early crew in here as usual. Gassy Masher, Frankie78, and then I lost half of it. Frank Betty's here. I see Zap Sparky. What do we got? Scrolling. Andy P is here. What's going on? Clems, what's up? Clems, why does that sound familiar? Jacques Attack Combat, the sex is German, is here on time for sure. Mr. A Cake, what's up, Mr. S? Pancake Man, Lock Watcher is here. What's up, Boink? C2S. Man, I keep hearing this weird, like a weird humming in the background when I'm talking. Hold on a second. Let me try something with the microphone. Yeah, there's something humming in here. Something must be touching something with a fan. Oh, I'll sort it out later. Anyway, fucking out. Dutch Taurus. No Twitch tunes. Oh yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get those started. We're gonna do Rush again. Should be go away. Oh wait, no, I guess it doesn't. Do and do. Alright. Queen Liz. You're the only one hearing strange things? No, I can it's I can hear it picking up my fan, but OBS might be knocking out the thing. Something must be leaning weird somewhere. I'll figure it out. It's just gonna bug me because I can hear it, but that's alright. Mr. 8Geek got a new telly. What did you get? Did you finally pick up like an iPhone 5? Sparks, what's up? Pianoman, welcome. Let's see, who am I missing? Anybody? Alright. Bob S, evening. Graham Shaw. All right, so we got a VertoThermoWhoofle coming up. What is that? Is that no, it's not that. Okay. And yeah, I forgot to bring the bottle opener in, so I guess we'll start with a toast with the Gerber. This evening's selection is Mike's Hard Strawberry. Figure we'll give that a shot. Or strawberry lemonade. This is the new call there, Miss Liz. We're the telephone has been retired. It's fine. It's just been retired for at least a little while. So anyway, oh, is that too much, Mr. Cake? Just kidding. But anyway, cheers, everybody. Appreciate you showing up and hanging out. Mike's shark hair. I like strawberry. Yeah, I found I actually have a cozy thing that fits bottles. Well, I guess it probably fits cans too, but it works, so. All right, let's see here. So you saw the paint job. That's actually sitting overhead in the nice hot part of the room, so it can finish curing. The paint's going to take a little while. I'll probably have it outside some more tomorrow. I'll show you pictures of that later. And if anybody wants to like get a closer look at it, then I can show it off after the main stream on Twitch. I'll remind y'all later if anybody's interested. If not, then you know, whatever. But that's cool too. So anyway, Jack Attack says, I hear that I hear the Navy is training dolphins to carry first aid kits. It's for medicinal purposes only. Jesus Christ. Any orange stuff? Well, nothing that's easily grabbed. Well, I mean, I don't think we've used this yet. One of our next Lego projects has an orange stripe in it. We'll be doing this and the Easter Bunny converted into a facehugger Lego thing. So that's what we got for orange. Franco, what's up? All drinks are hard after they've been in the freezer. That is true. That is true. Show Benji a 33K resistor. That may be over orange for him. That's a whole lot of orange there. I think I used to have a porpoise, but then again, it may have been a dream. Yeah, I sing that sometimes too when I'm singing that song, TJ. What's the time? It is about time to set something on fire there, Queen Liz. So why don't we do that? That I actually had set up for quite a while. All right. Yeah, it was sitting outside for a while today. Now it's sitting up there. You can kind of see where the boxes would usually be for the 4090 and the 4070 Super. Here, let me show you. Whoofle. One for Ferretti. Go out. There we go. Here we can set chat on fire. And yeah. There we go. Yeah, so with the new Doom, Dark Ages. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn that on. Alright, we don't need notifications on. So the new Doom Dark Ages, one of the recent updates introduced like a benchmark mode, and it'll actually give you like a pretty good analysis. So I was running that for a while in here, getting Abby all hot and warm and bothered, and then I took her outside to bake in the sun for a little while. You're welcome, Queen Liz. But it wasn't, it's still gassing off a little bit, 24 hours later. But I put it in the sun, and you could it's almost like you could see the gassing off occurring. So I'm going to do that again tomorrow for a little while. Just take the laptop outside and derp around. My one neighbor, the dude that like mows my lawn for me now, my neighbor, the cool neighbor over there, he was like, "Hey, what's going?" He's like, "Is that a BB gun?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Is that a real one?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he hops the fence. He walks over. He's like, "It's a lot smaller than I thought they were." I'm like, "Yeah, it's just AR-15, 5.56, standard issue, yada yada." And he went, "Oh, all right." Like, apparently, I guess he, as the media goes, everyone thinks that, a 5.56 is this big murder weapon that cuts you in half with one shot and whatever. Anyway. What the fuck was that? Blessed are the corset markers, for they shall inhibit the girth. Nice. Nice, Benji. Nice. Cramshaw, I use a Gunson Easy Bleeder. It makes it easy as it pushes the fluid through constant pressure from the master cylinder itself. Is this a sex toy, Rob? Or are we talking about something else? Oh, brakes. Oh, brakes. Full. Oh. There we go. Wrong button. Telling you, man, like I am just a little behind today. Thanks for that. There, C2S. Yeah, that was just the wrong button. I actually need to, like, I rarely use this one anymore. So, like I only really use that for Discord every once in a while. I think I need to put this view onto the main button and use the main button, like, maybe down and over. That would kind of make more sense, because I don't use it without stuff on it, except, like, sometimes on Discord. And that's, like, if I'm on, like, some other person's Discord, I don't need all my stuff up, you know what I mean? Bleeding brakes. Yeah, whatever you say, buddy, if that's what they're calling it nowadays. Bricks? Are we throwing bricks, Frankie? ChatGPT is good at making up conspiracy theories if you need new ones. Oh, yeah, Benji. ChatGPTs, well, they were all really good at making up some really interesting shit. Naismith, what's up? I've been a little behind for the past 40 years. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place for the past 40 years. Oh, and for those curious, anyway, about me getting the suppressor for Abigail. Hold on. Give a toast, Mr. S. Yes, sir. We'll get back to that. Cheers, everybody. Grab a sip, grab a drink, take a puff, pinch a nipple, smack your butt, pet your cat. But either way, cheers, everybody. Thank you there, Mr. S. Now, I am looking into sound triggers for Twitch. I just gotta get it set up when I get it set up. But I am looking into that as well. Shit, what was that? Oh, the suppressor or silencer. Look, I look at it this way. I'm buying a suppressor from Silencer Central. And even Silencer Central goes back and forth with it. But Banish, the manufacturer, calls it a suppressor, so I'm going to call it a suppressor. But anyway, once the paperwork got in, I had to get ATF approval. What used to take up to a year took literally 24 hours. So it's already been approved. I just got to wait for the 7-day waiting period, and it will be here soon. So I went ahead and I ordered a little cover for it and a pouch as well. So she's almost put together. And once that shows up, I will be doing a Sunday stream on Twitch of putting the adjustable gas block on, which will be taking the handguard off, shit like that, putting that on, and taking the muzzle brake off and installing the suppressor. You missed the radioactive shrimp from Walmart to test your... Yeah, oh, shit. By the time I heard about that, I'm sure it would have been too late. Damn, I didn't figure I should have ran to Walmart with the Geiger tester. Damn, I got to keep a better eye out for those opportunities, C2S. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Oh, and I don't know that I'll do a stream we'll see where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's going on. But I'm sorry, not next, tomorrow at 7:30. So you see what time it is here? Around 7:30 my time. The Star Booster, was it fucking 14? Ship 37? I don't know, like the 10th IFT 10, the 10th Starship thing, they're doing that. The plan is to launch the big bitch up in the air. Booster is going to do the flip, come down, and they're going to purposely only ignite 2 engines and then light like a third backup somewhere else, I guess in one of the outer rings, to see what would happen if an engine failed, because I don't think that's ever fucking happened before. But anyway, so they're going to do that, see how that performs, and if the ship can actually make it more than about 6.5 minutes into its fucking flight, then they're going to do a whole bunch of shit and then see about doing a landing somewhere near, I think, Hawaii again. But they're again going to try to do that, do some relights, do some shit, launch some dummy satellites and all that good stuff. Midnight 30 in the UK, says Sparks. Yeah, actually, yeah, it would make sense. Yeah, 7:30. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, midnight 30 UK, 7:30 my time Eastern, and what, 4:30 Cali time, whatever, West Coast time. 1/2 midnight in the UK. It's a bank holiday on Monday. Oh, you got your bank holiday. When is our bank holiday? When's Labor Day? I think I'm off on Labor Day. Alexa, when's Labor Day this year?
Labor Day is on Monday, September 1st, which is 9 days from now.
Okay.
Would you like to know some interesting facts about Labor Day traditions?
Shut up. Okay, so actually, yeah, I got a 3-day weekend next weekend. Not this, but next weekend I got a 3-day weekend. Like, fuck yeah, dude. I know they're usually close, bank holiday and Labor Day. I'm surprised they don't just say fuck it and purposely just line them up so that, like, you know, we're all just off. But, well, that's whatever. That's cool. So you guys got your 3-day this week. I got a 3-day next week. I didn't think about that. Damn, I wonder if the suppressor will be here by then. Man, it'll be close. Take that fucker out to the range. Copyright straight Alexa voice on Scrufdog. Yeah, fuck you. No, who knows that? Well, they can't strike me if I'm not monetizing it. And anyway, half the time I play Rob's music, I get a copyright notice, and I've just gave up on. Like, I don't care anymore. And the only ones that come through just say, if you monetize it, you have to split it with the creator, but none of them force monetization. So I just like, whatever, just do what you want to do. You can beat 40 scholars with a single fact, but you cannot beat an idiot with 40 facts, says Benji. That's also very accurate. In the blink of an eye, it could all be taken away. Be grateful always. Oh, we try. You can't beat an idiot with a stick. Well, I mean, you can, but should you? Well, no, don't ask that, because, you know, that would also be, yes, you should. I guess there's a law against that. What's up, Lee? What are you doing? That is going to be one of the pay-to-play whatever things I'll turn on Twitch. Some of the sound effects I have here. Yeah, actually just a couple of them, and then whatever else. It'll be my, like, auxiliary soundboard that you can use too. Why do you need a suppressor? Scrufdog, does it silence enough so that you don't have to wear hearing protection? Yes, actually, Mr. S. With the particular suppressor I have, and with a large quantity of them, most of them, like, that is basically their purpose, is to take something that rings your ears and make it hearing below acceptable hearing level. Like the Banish 223 that will be shipping to me late next week, which means it probably won't make it. But That is rated for approximately a 34 decibel reduction in sound. And remember, decibels are logarithmic. So that's a very significant drop in the sound. It takes most rifle shots and drops them below airplane, like jet engine, like, you know, a commercial airline or jet engine. Them big fuckers, it'll drop it to lower than that. Usually takes most rifle shots down to about 120 decibels, roughishly. Zenzinger, it's still recommended to wear ear pro when shooting supersonic. Oh yeah, I mean, either way you should. It's just not going to be as loud. Like, that would be one of them things, like, if you're running just, you know, like if you're running the day and you got some suppressed, some muzzled, you may want to run the little foamy plugs in as well as your ear pro, because like they're fucking loud, especially if you're running like a fucking 50 BMG. You might as well run earplugs, duct tape, some fucking bandages, go ahead and put ear muffs on, and then put your ear pro on, and then duct tape your head, and it'll still be loud. But anyway, you still run, you know, multiple layers, because you never know who's shooting next to you, shooting around you, yada yada. From 120 to 90, I think most of them are rated for, I think the typical crack is about 165 decibels ish, you know, in that area. Obviously it depends on load and barrel and this and that, but Ed may know a little better. Plus, with an AR-15, the gas ports in the bolt will release a pretty port pop. Yeah, especially the since I'm going to be using the bleed off side of that particular, of the superlative arms one. 5.56 without one is 155 to 165 decibels. Yeah, there you go. And then you take 30 to 35 off of that ish, and it, you know, gets it into loud, but not ringing loud. Because as soon as you hear that ring, that means you have literally done permanent damage to your ear. That ring means it's already done. That means you get your ear pro on as fast as you can. And this is for anything that's loud. When you start hearing a, that is damage just being done to your hearing, like actively being done. So keep that in mind. Like, nobody cares about a fucking badass that forgets to put on their eye pro and hearing pro. Like, nobody, you're not impressing anybody, because anybody that knows anything is going to look at you and be like, that guy's a fucking moron. And a lot of places will be like, it's time to get the fuck out of here. Like, we're not impressed. You're not a badass. Benji deleted something. Okay. Like as loud as a nail gun. Okay, most people, I guess, would know. Is a nail gun about 120-ish decibels? Yeah, I think most people would know how loud a nail gun is. And even then, like, if you're on a construction site, you should probably at least have foamies in. Because even though 120 decibels isn't, you know, unsafe to your ears, getting hit with it all day is not, like, I can't imagine there's anything good with that. So, just say. Anything over 90 decibels will call hearing damage within a short period. Or is it 90? Okay. Imagine being in a shootout like in the movies, dozens of people shooting off full autos, mag after mag after mag, in a room with no protection. Yeah, that's... Yeah, like in the movies when they walk into your house and they're just flinging mag dumping everywhere. Yeah, everyone in the room would be like, oh, what the fuck? Like, it'll fucking blur your vision and all that shit too. No, that was YouTube said try again. Oh, okay. YouTube's weird. Rob, I say I'm hot on brakes and extremely fussy. I've always done them myself like most car repairs, an ex-mechanic. Well, Rob, if you're still fixing cars, then that pretty much just makes you a current mechanic as well. Just because you're not collecting a paycheck for it doesn't mean you don't still possess that skill. Keep that in mind, people. Just because you're not getting paid for something doesn't mean you aren't that thing. Like, Rob is not getting paid to be a mechanic, but Rob is still working on cars successfully and doing quite well. Rob's a mechanic. You're just not a professional or a paid mechanic. A jet engine is what, 140? Yeah, most commercial airline jet engines are about 140 decibels, which is, yeah, that's why they all wear those fucking headphones. Yeah, most movies, Sarah C2S, anybody walking out of the room would just not hear shit for quite some time. 85 is hearing safe for a certain amount of time. Past that, exposure time gets short super fast for the higher the decibels. Yeah, because like I said, like, you know, when you go from, you know, 120 to 121 decibels, it's not like, you know, 119, 120, 121, blah, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't just go up. It's literally like, zoop, like, you know, there's a logarithmic curve. Like, it zings the fuck up there for every 1 decibel. So, a shade tree mechanic. Well, I mean, that depends on how many trees you got, really. Scruff is on the periodic table, just in sections primarily oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen, followed by calcium and phosphorus. I'm on the element. Well, I'm not sitting on an element or a pure elemental table. Jesus Christ, periodic table. But I've always liked the periodic table, even though I really have no interest in like chemistry except for like, you know, the same shit most people know plus like 1%. But I have always really liked the periodic table for some reason. Like one day I may like just get one of those ones that has one of everything in it that you can get in there, and maybe we'll make some phone calls and we'll fill the ones you shouldn't have in there, and then we can use our meter to check them. Two top fuel dragsters leaving the line is the loudest noise I've ever heard. It actually distorted my vision like proper eyeball rattle. Yeah, that means it was way too loud. Yeah. And I've been, let's see, when I went to the DHRA Drag Nationals, D8 being Diesel Hot Rod Association as opposed to IHRA, which is International Hot Rod Association. So the Diesel Hot Rod Association had some national, like some brackets in Indianapolis in 2006, maybe around there. And went there, and I was on the infield with the a club, because we were also having a big club meet there that worked with the DHRA. So we got to be in the infield, and I was probably 100 feet away from two of them fuckers going off, and they were running 7 and 8 second quarter miles. We're talking like thousands of fucking foot-pounds of torque and horsepower, and just fucking zinging. And they were loud as shit. That is fucking for sure. And then I'm, you know, the next day I'm in an indoor drag diesel dyno, you know, with fucking diesel engine maxing out a 2,000 fucking foot-pound torque. Four-wheel dyno and shit. Like, it's fucking crazy. And that's all indoor. Nobody had hearing protection on. Good lord. There's a Renquist. What's up, bud? There is a fantastic periodic table of Lego colors made by that looks familiar. WLWYM. I know actually Lego has a periodic table, doesn't they? Don't they? I feel like that may have been one of the ideas ones. Maybe I'll look into that. That'd be interesting if it looks neat enough, if it exists. The fact that there is a highway to hell and only a stairway to heaven says a lot about anticipated traffic numbers. Yes. As well, apparently somewhere in the Bible, they tell you that, like, you good fucking luck. Probably ain't gonna get there, but that's because Christianity is generally a religion based on suffering as opposed to reward and happiness. But anyway, that's a lot of steps. Highway is easier. Yes, C2S. And apparently, if you go up the Stairway to Heaven, you have to know how to play some of the song, but you have to be able to finish it by the time you get to the top, as you're being chased down by every guitar store employee that has ever worked there, because that is a band song, and I guess every single guitar store ever. Ad break on Twitch. So yeah, I guess what we do on Pussies and Pianos about about top of the hour. Since we started a little early. From what I understand, I briefly spoke to Clive today. Looks like he's going to be finishing up this weekend. I don't think he's going to have time to... It doesn't seem like he may not have time to do a stream tomorrow, but I guess it depends on how quick the loadout is and if he can get some sleep. Can't they put in an escalator? Nah, because most technicians go to hell. So there's nobody to install it or fix it. I went to the aquarium this weekend, but I didn't stay too long. There's something fishy about that place. Yes, Jack Attack there. There certainly is. Let's see. Any neat stuff? Oh, yeah. Since Ed asked, and a couple of you, I did notice, paint. Oh, well, I'll show you the stencils, and then I'll show you the paint job. So I got these off of Amazon. I think they were like $10 or something. It's, yeah, whatever that is. Sorry about my nerves. That's as good as you get. But anyway, so it comes with that. And these are obviously good for anything. It's got that, like kind of a woodlandy thing. Got the digital. It's got the weird drippy hex. It's got a fucking plant. It's got some reeds. I mean, that'd be cool on bigger stuff. It's got the blotches. And then it's got the, like, twisted, snaky, hexy, cryptic, you know, thing going on there. Kind of tell I use that one. And then it's got the, like, tiger stripe thing. There, I put tape on it for when I was using it. But yeah, it's got the tiger stripey thing. And then the speckled little bits and pieces one. So these are pretty cool. And obviously like they're pretty they're stout. Like they're thin plastic, they're pretty sturdy plastic. So I see no reason why I just won't have these for a long time. Except for the fact they get stuck in each other sometimes, but don't we all just accidentally get stuck in each other? Alright, it's gonna take me an hour to get these back in. Camo stencils, I can't see them. Yeah, they may have blended in. Yeah, I've thought about camo into the Suburban. It does need a paint job. I have thought of that, but I would get well, I would have additional stencils than these, as well as some, damn it. Let me just put these over there. As well as like some leaves and stuff. Well, I've seen other Suburbans of that general era that people have home camoed up, and they look pretty fucking good. Like, Suburbans look good in camo. Like, you ain't gonna lie. If you look beyond, does a 3D image appear? If you turn it just the right way and the sunlight hits it right, you might fart. That's about the closest you'll get to anything bonus out of it. You like the digital and hexes the most? Yeah, I like the snakeskin twisted hexy thing there. I'll put that on there on a couple places. There's a couple things I'm going to touch up when I paint my, I'm going to be picking up some mags here shortly, some magazines, and I'm going to paint them all at the same time, as well as do a couple little touch-up things on the paint job. I'll show you that, and then we'll just get into some pictures that people have sent in so far. Let's see. Does bottom capture have music in it? Yeah, it does. Okay, good. So here is a picture I took today. Like I said, I painted it yesterday, let it cure overnight. I took it out today to put her in the sun. So that's where we're at. And there, you can kind of see there. Oh, there you go. Up in the corner there, you can see that one, like the twisted hex effect going on there. There's that. And I taped up all the optics. And flashlight and muzzle device and stuff. There's the other side. The other side, I used a little bit more of that little speckled kind of one and some of the twisted hex stuff. That's what Abby looks like currently. Sitting right over there. Like I said, if you want to, we'll see later if anybody's interested. I can show you a little more on the Twitch side of things after the stream. But yeah, I still got to touch up the scope thing. I kind of taped it up wrong, but that's okay. My wife bought me a camouflage cover for my dictionary, and it's just what I always wanted. I'd like to thank her, but I can't find the words. What's up, Top Smoke? What did the skillets eat on its birthday? Pancakes. Ah, boy. Went to an old-timer fly and drive-in meeting in Belgium last Sunday. If anyone is interested, I made a short video. There's Mr. S with the link if you want to take a look at some point. I grab another one of them during Pussies and Pianos. A V12 in the 850. Some engine that'll be, honestly though, B58 in the M340i is silky smooth. To me anyway, I hate the way the engine mapping is done though. It's poo-poo. Engine mapping can be a thing, that is for sure. That's why I have software to change it on my on the burb. But I haven't in a while. I think it's actually running stock tune right now. I don't think that would be causing my runtime issues. But anyway. Let's see what we got from Locks. We have a giant omelet with Hormel, sausage, hash, and cheese. Are you going to eat or smoke said hash? Or, because that seems like an odd flavoring for an omelet, but that looks fucking delicious. Oh yeah, I got a toaster. Did I tell you I got a toaster? No, we talked about a toaster Saturday. Yeah, I did order the Amazon Basics busted ass whatever toaster, but it's a bagel toaster. So it does toast and, you know, I guess it's a pretty standard issue. You know, just two wide fuckers. It has custom buttons for if it's frozen toast, if it's a bagel, or if it's a frozen bagel, or just regular bread. Did I say frozen toast? If it's frozen bread, regular bread, bagel, or frozen bagel. Well, that's cool. I used it today. Worked out good. Just make sure, as you should always read the instructions, make sure you run it a bunch beforehand to burn off all the factory oils and any residuals and dusts and fucking fluid bullshit that might be on it. What's up, Chris? Yeah, Chris, actually good timing. I'll be showing, you sent me something at some point that I haven't showed yet. Anyway, hold on. There's no next button. Oh, shit. God damn, I hate when it does that. Alright, so we're gonna have to deal with that in a second. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if they, that's the only problem with using this is it pulls in my contacts from other places. So I guess we'll see if he tries to call back, which he probably will. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, sorry, wrong button. Anyway, I'll give that a minute. There it is. Okay, just kind of hang that up. Can I put on a do not disturb? No, because then that'll block you. All right, well, we'll just deal with that. Anyway, this morning's pancake cook. Oh, what the hell was that? Was the joystick? No, it wasn't. What the hell was vibrate? Oh, it must have been the. Ah, that was weird. All right. Anyway, just have to deal with that for a minute, and he'll be confused. Anyway, there's some pancakes from the Lock Watcher. Barbecue ready for packing. That looks good. Some good Q. And the barbecue after processing, after a bit of harvest blend. You got a shitload of jalapenos, man. I'll tell you what. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you got enough for your squirrels to be hitting on that too. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, fire the video. Yeah. Play that. This is also one. You can hear Lee in the background. I'm not hearing that one fan anymore. I'm not sure what is in there. Is that like, you have breast implants in there or something? Those coconuts? What's that on the top? Process. Oh, no, that's right. That's the cans. You boil them, right? Yeah, never mind. Okay. That's the cans. Okay, don't. Yeah. That's the cans, right. Delete that. What do we got here from, let's see, Mr. S. Went to a wild park in Germany today. Yoink. It's a little buck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8-point buck. There you go. What are they? Those are those goat? Are those goats? Are they goats? I forget what those things are. Goat thing. I don't know. There's some more food. There's a bunch of them. Looks like a pretty like relaxed ass place to chill. Some moo cow, or no, there's a, was it bulls and cows? So I can see horns sticking out of that one's butt. No, obviously from the one behind it. Some does. Meat, says Locke. Yeah, it's, yeah. That's almost like a food farm to me. But, yeah, it's just, no offense, obviously. That. Let's go over here. We have, let's see, Chris from a couple days ago. Now that you're here, I'll show you. Jason ripped apart and chewed on the tweeter. The same tweeter isn't available anymore, and the equivalent is around 120 bucks. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, a little chew num num. Ooh, yeah. I'm sure that I would imagine sounds like a rattle factory now. Pianoman, what do you got here? From the pub tonight. Well, that's a chill motherfucking pub, I'll tell you what. That could get me drinking again. Nah, that's an alright joint. See, I ended up like crawling off over like in the cliffs over in this direction over here and like chilling in the middle of nowhere. Good picture, appreciate that. And let's see what we got from Benji. Usual workbench pick. Got something in there. Is that something soldered into there for testing? Because that don't look like nothing factory I would think it'd be in there, buddy. Now there's another one. Cannot see what that says. Stuff I will forget if I don't write it down. Good call. Got some schematics over there. It looked lovely there tonight, says Pianoman. Oh yeah, I bet it looks lovely there a lot of nights. Hey! Component analyzer. Oh, okay. That guy. I got a couple of these little proby flaggy things. Did you check the fuses? You make sure you gotta lick them first. That's the best way to check. Besides that, not seeing anything obvious. AKA not seeing any capacitors that exploded. That one looks a little weird. But that's probably just the light. Alright. Oh, what's this? Yeah, that's the AM antenna over there. Cool. Okay, got some old schematic-y stuff. Oh, it's for that phono aux tape mono, tape record, or tape monitor, tape record, phono aux tape monitor, tape record. It's always good when you can still find the old schematics for the old stuff. There's Key Cat. That was okay, but there's another Key Cat. Got a couple kitties hanging out, huh? That one got a collar on it. And a bunch of, I'm guessing, breakfasty burrito things? I don't see a caption. What do you got in there, Benji? Looks, I'd be interested to know what's inside. I would say it looks tasty, like it looks like it's properly cooked, but I wonder what's inside. Locke is saying donuts. Is that what you think those are? That's a sad kitty. Why is Key Cat sad? No Key Cat sad. Ooh, that looks tasty. I make something like that every once in a while, just without the peas. It's like a little, okay, is that chicken or fish? I think that's, kind of looks like a chicken breast, but it could also, I don't know. Either way, that looks good. I'd eat the peas anyway, though. Is that like walnut bread or something? Yes, apples, hand pies. So that's some kind of food. At one time, bipolar disorder was a faulty transistor. Yeah. Bring that back. What else? Alright, I think that's got us just about caught up. Yep. Alright, and let's see. We got 7 minutes till Pussies and Pianos. Hand pies full of fruit. Oh, okay. Alright. Do you like, it looked like it was fried, like, or grilled. Like, was that accurate? Like, would they be fried or grilled in a skillet? Some of these things I've never been able to just fucking like click that when you dry skillet, it is grilled. When you use oils and shit, it's fried. You know what I mean? But no, they are fry pies. Okay, so you do heat them up. Okay. So it's like a fruity, like Brian, let's just say there, like Brian Antoine just says, it's a fruity hot pocket kind of thing. That's actually sounds fine, like a hot apple pie. You can deep fry them. Yeah, I could see that. Or probably pan fry them. Now the dude just came out. I guess they know where the food's coming. The dude and poofers are sitting outside right now. Here, I'll flip over real quick. The dude just came through the cat door. It's right behind his butt. Those two hang out in that area a lot. So, like, I don't think they're homies, but I think they're getting used to each other. Like, they sniff each other a lot. They don't swipe at each other as much. Ugh. Something's going on out there. There's his butt. Big floof butt. Do any of the cats ever scrap? Yeah, everybody tries. Like, they all get into fights with the dude. Ronnie really doesn't like the dude, like, much at all. So he chases him around. The dude kind of swipes Tiny Mama away from him, even though Tiny Mama is always trying to get near him, but she's always sniffing his butt. Like, as I've said before, her nickname is my tiny little butt sniffer. Because, like, she gets up in there. Like, she knows what you had for dinner, like, a fucking week ago. Like, when she goes sniffing butts. So, you kind of got to watch that with her. But he shoos her away, and those two, they'll take random swipes at each other just to do that. But besides that, actually, let's see, where did he go? There's Tiny Mama. So he's somewhere in the living room then. Preset one. So dude is full of BS. What kind of BS? He's not into butt play, see to us. No, I don't think he understands Tiny Mama's intentions are basically just to make sure he ate something in the past month. As the supreme tiny butt sniffer that she is. And she does that like she'll, like sometimes I'll walk in, I'm like, is this fucking like kitty cat centipede now or what? Oh, well, there she is. Hey Mama, there's wondering where the hell your head was. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. That's it. I keep trying to tell them just to be cool with each other. Oh, and did I tell you I made one of those Kill a Mike I made a farm burger version of like Kill a Mike's little toast fucking burrito wrap, tortilla wrap cheeseburger things. I did a cheeseburger patty, chicken patty, some turkey, cheese in between every layer, some bacon, and raw red onions. It was fucking great. Actually, it was so big with all that extra shit stuffed in there. It was like 2 meals. It was great. But yeah, you just kind of put it all in there, fold it up, and then just grill it, dry fry it. And if stuff oozes out the top, like the cheese, that's fine. Just leave it longer, because then the cheese crusts up and kind of seals it all together anyway. Of course, now I'm out of burgers, and I forgot to get some today. So, yeah. Found out the top speed of a VW ID4 is 165 kilometers per hour today, says Mr. S. As long as everybody was being done safely in a controlled environment, then that's fine. There was a lady from Reims who amazingly pissed in 4 streams. A friend poked around and a coat button found, wedged tightly in one of her seams. Classy, Jack Attack. Classy. Okay. Well, now the dude, he's just waiting now. Like, I'm guessing they have a rough idea of when this is going to happen. Since it's less than a minute away anyway. Let's see, where is the Twitch ad in 6 minutes? Alright, well, most people don't see the Twitch ad anyway, so that's fine. Alright. So I guess we'll get ready for Pussies and Pianos. Let's do a quick almost top of the hour toast before I get up. So cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll get the Pussies and Pianos in just a second here. Let me mute my music. You can still hear music, but I'll mute that in a second. Cone kitties. Dude be loafing. That's one of the spots he likes to sit. And then, of course, Poofers is usually on the, can you see the mouse? No. Poofers is usually, like, sitting on the box just above the cones. So they kind of, like, sit with each other all the time. I don't know. Alright. Shall we do Pussies and Pianos? So we got that going already. So all I should have to do is hit play on Rob. Why don't I see Rob? Hold on. That's not gaming music outlet panel streaming Twitch over. I don't see Rob. Why don't I see Rob music? Rob's music caption. That's weird. Well, let me hit play, see if that starts working. Oh, wait. You're not seeing it because I'm not on Rob. I'm on me, you dumb. You derp. Boop. There we go. Oh, look, there's Rob's volume. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody. Here we go. And enjoy. I'm going to grab another strawberry lemonade while I'm at it. Alright. Well, thank you for that, Pianoman. Good to hear as usual. And yes, I unmuted the mic for that on purpose. Yeah, I don't know what that little blicky is sitting on the scratcher. Like I vacuumed 2 hours ago. Anyway. Yeah, the dude, like even if I try to sneak away, the dude just kind of knows when I leave and then he just pops in. But I get that. Nah, it's not poop. It may be, it looks like, from this distance, it looks like maybe somebody had a little cough up. Which seems to happen a lot. Well, not a lot, but you know what I mean. You got 4 cats, someone's going to yarf something up every once in a while. Appreciate that, Franco. Subscribe, like, hit buttons, you know, if you want. Always appreciated. We're actually getting close to 200 followers on Twitch, so that's kind of neat. Close that so I can see that. Oh shit, Sam Online. What's good, fellow goofballs? When did I miss that? How long ago was that? Yeah, sorry about that. I just looked up and saw that. No, there. Okay, that was during Pussies and Piano. Something like that. Yeah, definitely not poo-poo. Yarf Newark. Yeah, nah, no yarfing. Some of the carpet is eating the cat food. Yeah, everything gets fed when they get their treats going there. Well, they're just doing what they're doing. I guess Ronnie just rolled. Hoover's doing cleanup crew. I've actually been doing a lot of cleanup today. I have a specific place I'll be storing anything firearms related. As opposed to getting a safe, I'm going to secure an unused closet for all of that stuff. You know, I got David Garcia. Yeah, they're good. They're good kitties. What's up, by the way? Let's see, who else? Who else? Randy B. What's up, buddy? See, you're here. Sam Online. I think I got you. Yeah, I got you. Who else is here while we're watching kitty cats do kitty cat stuff? Casper, what's up? You showed up just in time for the Pussies and Piano. Nah, they've been doing their thing. They've been doing pretty good. Let me see if I can. Do that. Yeah, they've been chilling. Dude's been doing dude stuff. We both fell asleep last night. He fell asleep with, again, my armpit again. Again, I was like, all right, let me finish this video. I don't even remember what I was watching. I should probably go back in my history in case it was important. I was watching something, and then I woke up at like 6 in the morning, like, I was just sleeping like a derp. But actually, it was pretty good sleep. I'm getting pretty good sleep lately. I think there's just been a lot of stresses that have been released lately, or sorted and all that. So I've been sleeping pretty good lately. What's up, Phasma? Welcome to the stream of Kitties. They seem to be taking their time today. That's good. Don't be in a rush. Then you do this for canned pancakes. What are you doing, Rob? Put your pants back on, Rob. That's later. That's on your only keys page. All right, where's the mama going? I wish the zoom was a little smoother. That poofers, man. Like, she lives up to her name. Like, she is pretty poofy, but she's not as poofy as she wants to be. There's a lot of cat under there too. Better be careful, the cats drop things in your mouth. Yeah, I gotta watch that too. I came home yesterday and they have a snake toy, like a stuffed snake thing that they flip around, and the head of the snake was in the water bowl with its tongue just barely touching the water. I'm like, man, the snake doesn't get thirsty, guys. Snakey's okay. She's cool too. She was out crawling around. I got to feed her in a couple days. Oh, right. Yeah, speaking of Orihime, yeah, so like our little snaky poo over there that we talk about every once in a while, she's going to be 20 years old in like 2 months. So like, not bad for a corn snake. Not bad at all. She's chilling right now. I made friends with 2 kitties today, says Sparks. The black and white one over the road, who was usually super standoffish, actually let me give pets for the first time in about 2 years. Nice. That's good. After pets, he did the rolling on the floor move too. Well, there you go. He's starting to get a little used to you. Probably might start following you around. You better get ready for it to take in a new cat. They just ate. There is now more cat than there was 10 minutes ago. Yeah, actually, technically, that would be true. Rust falling in my eye. What was that? Rob Shaw. Rob Shaw. Graham Shaw at Rob. 45 pounds a week working in the cold and damp or freezing cold metal parts. Or me, 35 pounds a week working in retail. Got the better deal. Yeah, whatever works. Rob, yeah, rust falling in my eyes. I really liked it. But also had problems with nasty older mechanics who made it rough working there. Yeah, I hate when you got to deal with elitist fucks, and half of them don't know half of what you do, but, oh, I need to learn that new shit. Like, yeah, whatever, dude. Fucking enjoy working on your garbage. Anyway, deal with a couple. There's really not many of those at work. Most of the ones that think they're elitists, are new people that don't know a fucking thing, and then they look like they get kind of put in their place. Not like we whoop their ass or anything, but you know, when they get yelled at enough, they learn to shut the fuck up and listen so they don't get fucking hurt. Which is usually the biggest reason. If like I'm training somebody and I yell at you, it's not because I'm mad at you, it's because you almost killed yourself. That's all. I got blamed for any of his mistakes and bullied around a lot. There you go. Yeah, I've seen shit like that. Like, motherfucker, I never even touched the car. How the fuck is this my fault? Go fuck yourself. But, you know, you can't necessarily tell them to go fuck themselves. I guess that was a blob of food, because she just ate it. I think. Or she swiped it off. Now she just eats everything. How did they get food way to this? I guess maybe, who knows? Maybe it just got shoved up there. Like I said, I didn't see it earlier. I don't know if it was when it got there, but I mean, it's entirely possible. They just kind of fling it all over the place when they're eating half the time. Poofy is as Poofers does. So yeah, she's about done. Meow. All right. Back to, whoa, noise. What do we got? Somebody just did something cool. Oh, why is that window closed? Norman, resubscribe with Prime. Subscribe for 3 months, man. I appreciate that. Cheers to that, and cheers to everybody else, you know, that helps support the channel, whether they're just watching, clicking buttons, subscribing, members. Oh, there's a lot of green in chat. But cheers, everybody. I was only 17, so I didn't really know anybody. Yeah. Rob, that's a bummer. I hate dealing with assholes. My boss at the time was an alcoholic who drank Buckcraft or Buckfast at work, and at home, worst he did was send me to a betting shop a few times. Oh my god. That's terrible. No, it was another bing bong. Let's hydrate. Okay, we can do that. I'll put that down. Because technically, drinking alcohol isn't hydrating. Yeah, have a drink of something. If you can skip the alcohol, by all means do that. If not, whatever, just drink something. Cheers. Again. Lock Watcher needs a call. Oh, music. Sorry, they're Twitchians. Turn that back on for me, too. Locke needs a coffee. What kind of coffee you do, Locke? I usually do Colombian. Like if I go to Rural Farms, it's generally where I go. I'll get Colombian coffee. And like, you know, the bottom of your coffee cup, all little and small. Like I won't even fill the bottom of the coffee cup with vanilla creamer. And then just pour in 20 ounces of coffee. Oh, crazy. Now we're up to 420. Jesus, we're just going all over the place. Cheers, everybody. And happy 420. Move this over here. Wow, C2S has been doing research. There you go, buddy. How did oh, okay, yeah, never mind. When I first Franco Walker, when I first got my job at the radio repair shop, they gave me a bench and a broken valve radio. Said fix that and left me to it. And back in the day, I would have been able to fix that. Like, you know, Carrie Severe would have been able to fix that shit. I don't know that I'd be able to fix it nowadays. I've forgotten just about everything there is to forget about tubes. Except they're glass and they're high voltage and they're tubes. And I have a bunch of them out in the garage that I kind of, it's like one of those things is like, it's a fun, like I may actually get with care, or actually, y'all, hey, everybody, who here plays with tubes? Does anybody here have like a tube hobby thing, kind of like Carrie does, where they're just like very tubular? Like who does tube stuff? Like that's in America, I should specify. Because I may end up just giving all this tube stuff to somebody who can actually do stuff with it, because I don't want it just sitting around getting fucked up. MK, you play with them where you're only up in New York. You're not too far. You got me and friends both who do tons of tube stuff. Where are you at, Phasma? I mean, worst comes to worst, if we get a couple of people, we could like always like see who wants what, or see who's closer or what, because they ain't gonna charge nothing for you unless, like, I don't even, shipping it would be pretty much impossible. It would pretty much have to be picked up, which would be the difficult part. You know a dude in DC who'd house it? Really? Okay, well, there's that's a quick fucking trip. We could meet halfway in like Colombia or something. Okay. Alright. Mostly radios and test equipment. I have, from what I believe, there are 2 amplifiers, a power supply or 2. One of them is a vibrator power supply, not for a fucking vibrator, but it's for something. And then just like a shitload of like, some are kind of broken, some aren't broken. Like I just got a bunch of tube stuff. A buddy of mine, his father passed, and his dad was a tubie. So he was like, you're the only person I knew who would have a chance to mess with this stuff. So I just was given a bunch of tube stuff. Was that a foghorn? Where foghorn? Old Heathkit tube tester. I feel like I've seen those, Brian. Like, I don't remember where. Like, I wonder if I saw that at, like, when I was in school. I mean, that was, see, I took electrical engineering from 91 to 92. Yeah, 92 to 95 in high school. Whoa, when I belched. Oh, yeah. I don't have one. I would love to have one, but a vibrating PSU. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Vibrator with tubes. Wonder what the tubes would be for. Yeah. Brian Antoine, you have a Heathkit tube tester. That's cool. we have various old stuff like at work, like different kinds of test equipment, but of course, I don't think we would have anything that would do tubey stuff, because you don't really put glass tubes in forklifts. Because I know sometimes you have equipment that just happens to also test tubes, especially older shit. Maybe I'll look around and see what they got. Phasma, we may have a discussion, since that's like I could probably sort that out during work. I may not even have to make a special trip if I'm dropping off to somebody around here, like that close. So we may have that conversation. I'll let you know. Like, it's not like let's sort this out now. Like, I got to get out there, clean shit up. So that'll be one of those I'll let you know deals. Oh yeah, that hoodie. That if the hoodie should ship out this week. Finally got the box for it, but my email's been acting a little weird again. Try to reply if you're watching. Franco's off to bed. Night, night, everyone. Well, nighty night, Franco, and thank you. No worries if someone grabs them first, as long as someone's enjoying them. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, Phasma. I know it's something I'm not going to, honestly, I know I'm not going to feel like putting the effort into relearning all of that for that little bit of kit, and for stuff I'd probably not use anyway, so it needs to go to someone that can use it. So I'll have to clean that up, box it up, sort it out a little bit, and I'll let you know. Or MK if something, whoever, but it's leaning a little more towards Phasma, since that could be a pretty close pickup. Pay it forward, says Brian. Yeah, I just like, sometimes you just eventually you just kind of look at something, you go, that's not going to happen. Let's do something with it. And I got it for free, and apparently, if I'm not mistaken, Carrie somehow got a look at some of it. And apparently, it may actually be like pretty good stuff. So hopefully, someone can make it work and enjoy the fuck out of it. And at that point, you know what I want for payment? If you fix it, I want a video of it doing whatever the fuck it's supposed to do. It's kind of like whenever I get around to getting my motorcycle sorted out, my CBR, and I give it to my buddy to sell, like I've told you before, like all I'm charging him is let me ride it once after you fix it up before you sell it. Just to ride it one more time. So if I give this tube stuff, just send me a video of something working at some point. That would be the quote charge. Just, that's whatever. Oh yeah, it's the best payment knowing it's doing its thing. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I just don't, it's not like it's even in the way. It just sits there, and that's the problem. It just sits there. Anyway, I don't want to take up 20 minutes of just talking about that, but yeah, y'all know what I mean. So, but yeah, it's time to get some stuff cleaned up, sorted out, and passed along to the next person. Timu has an interesting tube headphone amplifier kit for $11, says Pancake Man. So that would almost be something I go, let's try it, like a little kit or something, something that's going to explain to you everything that's going on. But I don't need that kind of quality, like antique, like I'm sure it's antique fucking kit that's sitting out there. So I think hopefully I'll be enjoying the outside a little bit more tomorrow. Hopefully the sun will be out. Take the laptop outside. Take Abby out there to cook off some more in the sun. You two verify the majority of staff at my last school were great people. I still miss them now, says Graham Shaw. Not the staff at my new school are not great, but it took a few years. Yeah, you got to get used to people, get to know everybody. Oh yeah, the headphone amp with the OG VU tube. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a better look at that. I had pictures of it somewhere. I don't know what half that stuff is. Does the tube do anything, or is it a LE, or is it a LED? They're tubular. They're tubular. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to. I'm going to look into, like, not I'm going to do anything, but I'm kind of curious just to get a YouTube thing of like a refresher on how tubes work, just because I'm a little curious. But like I said, I'm not going to dive back into it. I've recently picked up a new hobby. I'm going to kind of focus on that for a little bit. Boink, the weekly egg pricing report. Let's see, still $3.20 or $13.22 for a box of 60, so 22 cents an egg, no change. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I just ran out of eggs. I actually need to go to the store. So I cannot give you my own. Lori is awesome with, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lori does tube stuff, but that's a hell of a drop off. That's literally almost the farthest you could possibly drive from and still stay on land. But yeah, I'm not trying to pack that stuff up. It's already beat up enough. I mean, some of the things like that, the what I think are amplifiers, like some of them have broken tubes just sitting on them that I was like, I ain't gonna mess with it. Might as well leave, even if it's broken, might as well leave it in there so that it's, quote, I assume, identifiable for proper replacement. MK, one of my hobby interests used to be restoring 1950s era prospecting Geiger counters, and of course they use tubes. Yes, that one back there has a tube in it. One of the more, whatever that more generic one was. I probably will tune that at some point. Get the, God, what was that? Like J321 or J something or other tube with the firmware and the things and the thingadoob. But yeah, I wouldn't mind tuning that. It would help if I could find something to test it on. But yeah, we'll get there. There's a video on YouTube explaining tubes, a modern Aladdin's lamp about vacuum tubes, 1940. Oh, sorry, we were talking about Geiger tubes. I meant valve tubes. Well, tubes are, tubey tubes. No, all tubes, not just the guy. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. There, MK. Just saying that, I do have a Geiger tube. Just bust open I did bust open a smoke detector. The problem is all the smoke detectors I have, I use particulate sensors, not, where they use, like visual, I guess infrared or whatever they use, particulate chambers and shit, as opposed to, however this shit with the, what is that, americium, is that it? Americium, that's it, americium. Yeah, I don't have any of those. I don't even know photoelectric, there you go, thanks, Point. Wouldn't even know how to figure out what that is from, like, the box. Like, I don't know if there's an easy way to figure that out without Googling the shit out of it. But if I come across one, I will, I do actually need, I don't know, the few fucking ones I have around. I think they're all dead. I do need to get another 3 for every floor. I should probably update them. And I know they're all over 7 years old anyway, so the carbon monoxide sensors in them are worn. Well, yeah, what do the carbon monoxide sensors use? Do they use americium too, or do they use something else? Because I know those apparently like wear out after like 7 years, they say, which kind of makes me think it may be an isotope of something, or is that just something else? Test your dryer lint where that dryer lint. It doesn't use, okay, so that uses something else. But I know I've read somewhere that apparently carbon monoxide sensors themselves, the thing is only good for 7 years or something. Some of the cheaper units use a Chinesium. Oh, they use a chemical detector. Okay, all right. Optical smoke detectors work by smoke scattering light from a source which is picked up by a photocell. Yeah, I've seen, like, the one, I feel like, did we take one apart here? Or maybe I took that apart off stream. But yeah, I looked at the one and I went, what the fuck is this? And I went, that's, and then yeah, like a photo sensitive one. I went, oh, okay. I didn't realize they had done that as well. I had the keys to an earlier music shop I worked for. They had over 1 million pounds of instruments in stock. I know because I did the stock checks as Pianoman. That's, yeah, I mean, I guess that is a pretty decent amount of music. Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure some instruments are really fucking expensive, but it's still going to be a decent amount because you ain't going to carry a whole shitload of the really, really expensive ones. And they do have a license. Okay, yes, I know it's definitely time to replace them. And at this point, I'm in the Alexa ethos, so I'll just get Alexa smoke detectors. What's up, Boozy? Hey, buddy. Cheers, man. I got the Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade this week. This is my second one. Old Russian smoke detectors had proper spicy materials such as plutonium, says Rob. Well, that's fun. All the way up to the 1990s. Well, I mean, you got a bunch of, you know, when you blew up the north half of your country, I guess you got plenty of fucking radioactive waste laying around. See, Jack Attack. Carbon monoxide detectors, electrochemical sensor. Electrodes in a chemical solution sense changes in electrical currents when they come in contact with carbon monoxide, and this change triggers the alarm. Metal oxide semiconductor. When the silica chip's circuitry detects carbon monoxide, it lowers the electrical resistance, and this change triggers the alarm. Or a biomimetic sensor. A gel changes color when it absorbs carbon monoxide, and this color change triggers the alarm. There's a couple ways to do that. Thank you, Jack Attack. You know, we don't do overnight smoke alarm tests. Actually, I would think both Alexi wouldn't really have to do tests because that's basically just making sure it beeps. She can monitor the battery, and that one, like the quote main one on the kitchen floor, I guess we'll say, that one actually has options. I actually wired it to be have the option for 120 volts or battery voltage. Well, obviously battery voltage anywhere. In the basement, if whatever, dude, if I need 120 volts somewhere, and it takes about fucking 20 minutes, and I can have a whole circuit pulled and finished and terminated. Upstairs will have to be battery, because that, well, yeah, I mean, I could make something 120 volts work, but I'd rather that be battery. Ad break ends in 40 something seconds on the Twitch. Let's see, Rob says, MK, you could get a great collection of materials if you had every type of smoke detector, I reckon. Yeah, that almost sounds like you'd be able to get all kinds of stuff you weren't supposed to. Plutonium, I mean, Christ, if you find an old Russian, like one of them smoke detectors Rob's talking about, I mean, plutonium has a half-life of, I mean, I guess it varies, but isn't it like 50, 60, 70 years or some shit like that? Like, plutonium stays fucking pretty funky for a while, doesn't it? Technology Connections has a great video on smoke detectors, this point. All right. Well, I think I know what I need to know, but yeah, let me look into that. Bob S. Russian bunkers had their ceilings painted with radium paint, so the interior was illuminated without power. In Mother Russia, bunker irradiates you. Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. But then again, like, it's not like fucking Russia gives a fuck about any of their soldiers, so yes, that kind of makes sense. I mean, they know they're gonna all fucking die anyway. That's kind of just what they do. Rob says depends on the isotope. Yeah. Like, I know it varies, but I feel like it has a pretty long half-life for the most part. But I don't know shit about any of that and enriching it or whatever and stuff. Like, I've never really looked into that because, like, I don't. It's not like it doesn't interest me. It's just not on my radar. Just like, meh, okay, whatever. Just don't blow me up. Or if you do, like, give me some fucking heads up so I can calculate if I have enough time to get to the mountains or if I should just start driving towards the target to get it over with quicker. Welcome, Homeland Security, to chat. Well, we haven't used the B word yet. Have we? I don't think so. I've heard, Chris says I've heard about smoke detectors with the spicy radium in it. I feel like I've heard about that at some point. I didn't notice types of understanding the meaning. My English has slackened badly over the years, says Pianoman. Your English has slacked badly? Well, I know, like, being a biscuit head, you don't necessarily know how to speak proper English, and we've all come to understand that. The B word, the word that has to do with things going, you know, the word that, like, you know, airports don't want to hear, nobody wants to joke about anymore. But you can get tritium watch. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck happened to my old watch. Is that an ant or just a random, that's a flying bug. I don't know what the fuck happened to my tritium watch I had. I had a tritium Casio, but now I can find as my old just regular busted ass Casio. So I don't know what the fuck happened to that, although I could have my, there's always one suspicion, but that's whatever. If Homeland Security are in the chat, for fuck's sakes, do us all a favor and take out the orange moron. But apparently that they're supposed to be on his side now. So. Rob's. This fucking thing feels like it's almost. Let me turn on high mode. This doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Plutonium-238 has a half-life of about 88 years, while plutonium-239 has a much longer half-life of 24,100 years. Well then, that'll be around for a second. The best kind of bees there, Mr. S. Boobies. Indeed. Predictive chat ruined my spelling. It used to be quite good. Predictive chat, like, they did an update on the work tablet, which is a iPad, what the fuck ever, I don't know. And, like, it got to the point where you'd start typing and it would start filling in phrases for you, and I'd be, like, typing something about fixing a forklift, and it would be, like, some gardening thing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't get it back to, like, doing the, if we see an obvious misspelling, we'll correct it for you, like auto-correct it for you. Like, I can't seem to find that anymore. Apparently it just wants to type out things for me when it has no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Uzi, cold chicken wings is not the way to go, by the way. It's pretty rare I eat cold chicken wings, because usually if there's a chicken wing in front of me, it's not. It's going to be desecrated fairly quickly. But I don't mind cold chicken that much. I can still hear that fan thing when I talk, and I'm going to figure out what's going on. I wonder if the studio PC just needs a cleaning. I need to find some kind of better cushioning system for those. Is that collapsed? No, it's still floating. Anyway. Ramshaw, my grammar can be shite at times these days. Well, again, that's the whole, biscuit head thing there, so. That makes plutonium-238 a lot more radioactive because it decays faster, if that's how that works. Josh says that's what microwaves are for. No, Josh, do not microwave chicken. Please don't microwave chicken. At that point, it just turns it into a chew toy. For the most part. If you gotta heat up chicken, man, just wait those extra few minutes and just stick it in an oven or something. Or even, like, I've had One time I didn't feel like turning the oven on because I wanted to heat up I had like a chicken patty sandwich. I forget what happened, but like I'd made it. Oh no, I'd made it for camping. That's right. Or hiking. But I didn't eat it and I figured, I'd like to heat it up, but like I didn't want to microwave it. Didn't feel like heating the oven up for just a fucking chicken sandwich. So I took the chicken back out of it, even though it had mustard on it, and I just set it in the toaster oven, mustard up, put it on like 300 degrees, and just like went and did something for 10 minutes. Came back, it was warm. I'd stuck the bun on top of the toaster oven to kind of warm it through a little bit. Worked out great. Don't boil it in water. Yeah, Boozy. No, oven or toaster. Yeah, you gotta use air to heat that up. And just remember, if you heat it with typical oven, it'll heat slower, but it won't necessarily crisp it up as much as what I usually do, especially with like French fries. On the rare occasion I heat French fries up, or chicken tenders or chicken stuff. I'll run it, at like 350 to 380, depending on how much there is. I'll run that for, most of the time, if it's just tenders or like leftover rural farms, like steak fries or Western fries and big chicken tenders. I'll usually run them for about 7 or 8 minutes at 370. And then I'll turn it up to 450 on air fryer mode for like 3 minutes. And that kind of that can help give you a crisp without drying it out and burning it. Because if it's in the air fryer, it is going to kind of dry it out a little bit after it crisps it, or while it's trying to crisp it. But if you just bake it and then air fryer it, you usually can get a crisp out of it without a burn. All right. C2S, my air fryer has one temp, 400 degrees wide open. Yeah, it seems to be the kind of the going temperature for that. Now remember, if you want a little extra crispiness, most air fryers are fine. Before you put it in, give it a little. If you got like Pam, like non-stick oil, or a little oil mister, like with real oil, you do it in the beginning, and like for the last couple minutes, if it takes more than say 5-6 minutes, if you got one that takes like 10-15 minutes for French fries or chicken tenders or whatever, about halfway through, give it another hit of oil, and that oil will heat up and give you that crunchiness of deep fry flavor and texture, and fry and kind of crisp as well. Non-aerosol propellant. Just be careful. Did you show the pic of your vape charger? Oh, fuck. So I bought a vape, a green one, that I didn't realize took an external battery pack. So I took it apart, as you do. I found out it has a 200 milliamp capacitor in it, or lithium cell in it. So I tried to charge it, and it charged the cell, but it didn't activate it. So I think it still needs to have something with the external battery pack hooked up to it. But I was able to look at the circuit board markings and figure out the terminals to try and charge it. Let's see, bottom capture. Let me go ahead and zoom in on. That's all I can zoom in. All right, but like right here, like that big silver thing right there, that's a magnet. Right above it, there's like a little gold pad, and a gold pad. So I labeled them, plus minus temperature, and it wanted 5 volts in, but I only had easily available. I only had a regular 4056. There it is, right there, a little 4056 going in, and it did charge it, but like I said, like it's not putting out anything, so I don't know what's going on with it. And of course, I go to the gas station Thursday to pick up a battery pack, and he just sold his last one. And like I believe him, because then he started digging through his stuff, like various boxes, trying to find one for me. So I got to go back and get a pack for it. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to rip it apart and just make something for it. Like I'll fucking duct tape a battery pack to it if I have to, just to use it up. I don't know, this whole switching to vape for nicotine is almost more fucking annoying than it's worth. Because like everybody sells something different. And then you run into this shit, which needs an external battery pack. Most of these have way too much fucking flavoring in them. I may have to try to find a company that does vape, but it's just like nicotine, like just raw flavored. Like, it's just too much fucking flavor in these things. Lock Watcher. Got my coffee. Salted caramel with powdered peanut butter and some chocolate cream. Fucking right, dude. Oh! Speaking of peanut butter. Remember I told you, well, those of you that watch MRE Thursdays, and I guess I mentioned on Wednesday too, but how I realized that number 21, the peppered lemon tuna, or lemon pepper tuna, which it's fucking garbage. It's made by that company that does the shitty MREs, like Bridgeport or Bridgeford or something like that. So I ordered another 12 pack of, they say randomly selected 12. Well, I guess when they meant random, they meant box A or box B. And it already showed up. So I got box A, so 1 through 12. So whatever we do on to fill in for the 21st one, we'll have some decent ones to choose from as long as I don't eat them before it pops in. But either way, we're not going to put a piece of fucking pizza in there, I'll tell you what. I may save the chili mac for that one. Since that is a really, really good one. Actually, last night I got bored. Didn't feel like making anything, so I ate the beef taco filling MRE. That's the one that comes with like the chili in it or the taco chili that tastes like the Hormel beef / taco filling stuff, and then it comes with another pouch of Santa Fe rice and beans, which is really fucking good. What's up, Delta Mike? Just smoke weed. Well, no, I have the tobacco or the nicotine thing I need to sort out, and I'm slowing down on. But I mean, like they're working. I almost kind of don't want to get nicotine flavored ones because after a while of just smoking off it gets so much flavor you just don't want to hit it anymore. So maybe that's not a bad thing that it's overly flavored. Bridgeford probably. Their pepperoni is pretty good. I use it myself. Well, that's their pepperoni pizza probably isn't going to be that good because their cheese pizza tasted like dough. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe they'll be better at future endeavors. No, I got cigarettes too. There, Boozy. Like I'm still like it's easier to kind of do smoke a cigarette when you're driving somewhere, but then when you're at the customer site, like hit the vape thing. Like having this has definitely cut the cigarette consumption down pretty dramatically. Because sometimes I just don't feel like going outside, so I'll just hit this a few times in a row as if I were taking a smoke break, and it works out. I don't know if this is really any better or worse for you, but we'll see. Pianoman, I don't like them. They make me cough more than 5 cigarettes would. Yeah, I could see that. Like some of this stuff, it just doesn't agree with everybody. Just kind of how that works, I guess. Fresh that's all cool. All right, good. Nobody's outside. No cats out there. Okay. Shep said what? I said read what you said. Oh. Did you reply that was going to be? Oh, there's a whole conversation there. Oh, wait a minute, Locke. Did Locke, did you tell me what kind of coffee you drink? Oh, salted caramel, powdered peanut butter. Oh, yeah, okay. Salted caramel. I've tried that with coffee. It just doesn't work for me. Pretty much do vanilla, hazelnut. Ooh, I just thought of that. Now that I'm consuming alcohol on a very minor basis, maybe I should pick up some Bailey's Irish Cream for Sunday coffee. Always love putting Bailey's Irish Cream in my morning coffee. Not because like you get a buzz or anything, has nothing to do with that. It's just a really fucking good flavor to put in coffee. And the non-alcoholic one just doesn't quite work. Graham Shaw says, Scrufdog, this one, my ex, when we were together, she sent me a text. I went to look at a car A Fabia VRS. The text read, how did you enjoy the sports labia? Sports labia. That's, that could be taken a whole lot of different ways. Taken quite deeply, I assume. Conspiracy big tobacco got him. Got who? Me? Yeah, we're working on it. I'm still keeping it the nicotine consumption low. Salted caramel desserts are too lush, says Rob. See, I'm not like I'm not real big on the salted caramel. If I'm eating caramel, I want it to be on like on top of vanilla ice cream with a shitload of chocolate syrup and caramel sauce or something like that. Or you get the cowtails. I don't know what they call them in biscuit land. But you know, it's like that caramel toffee stuff with the white filling things in it. And then I eat just the cubes, the ones that are just like cubes in the clear wrap. Those, and doesn't like Werther's Originals. That's toffee. Is that caramel in Werther's? I don't know. Most of the candy I get, if it's either dark chocolate or caramel. Especially if I get the caramel, like something I just want caramel, like it's not dark chocolate. Usually, if it has regular chocolate in it, I get something with caramel in it. I really fucking like caramel. Yeah, just a regular caramel chews or caramel creams. Yeah. Are nicotine vape or nicotine-free vape still a thing? As far as I know, they are. Old man candy. Yeah. Well, that and I get the I haven't gotten those in a while. What are the they're like about they come in a caramello. That's it. Caramellos. I fucking love caramellos. They're just big chocolate squares. It's like a strip, you know, you break off the square, but even in between the squares there's little holes for where they fill up like the gooey caramel. It's not like the thick dried stuff. It's like the actively gooey stuff. That is fucking delicious. But I gotta watch, like, I eat so little sugar stuff. Like if I get a 2-pack of fucking Reese's Pieces cups, like half the time I can't finish the second cup because it's just so much fucking sugar. And it's like sugary sugar, which just doesn't really work with me anymore. Meanwhile, back in the day, I could eat like a fucking pallet full of those things. Nice to hear a Yank say caramel and not caramel. Yeah, I've always said caramel. That's how it's fucking spelled. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard people around here say caramel all the time. I'm like, what? It's whatever. What do they call it in biscuit land? Like Favlublian or something? Or let's see, it's caramel, it's biscuit land. They don't know what the fuck food is. Like, what do you call caramel over there? Spare tire? That kind of seems about right, the way you, quote, English people speak English with your biscuit language. Oh, it's just caramel? You sure, Rob? You say so. All right. Just been for a pisses app. There's some spider legs on my bathroom door. No body, just the legs. Am I in danger? That's weird. Do you did fucking I don't know. Did Flat Cat like eat the? Because like I'll come out. Like sometimes in the house I'll find cricket legs, but no cricket, and then Ronnie's in the corner like doing his thing, kind of thing. Or I'll find like wings and find poofers in the corner slapping her jaws together. Chris says, I'm Danish, we say caramel. Well, actually, that's the other thing. There's caramel or caramel. I've also heard people try to blend the fucking two and say caramel, which at that point I just look at them and go, right. Well, Rob, you may have invented it, but we made it better. So, as best we could anyway, for being a bunch of morons. Sure, it wasn't a millipede or a centipede. Well, there's always that possibility, too. They have legs to spare. Yeah, well, you know, do house spiders molt? I mean, obviously, you could. I assume you'd be able to tell it was a molt and not like actual spider legs, but like, do I guess smaller spiders molt too? As in, aka shed their shells? Can't really call it a skin at that point. They do, the little guys molt, huh? Americans can't even spell for fuck's sake. Oh, we can spell for fuck's sake. We're really good at spelling that there, Grant. That's not hard to spell. Well, I say that, but actually, there's probably a couple. Actually, there's probably more than a couple Americans that have no fucking idea how to pronounce sake. So yeah, maybe not. I know how to spell for fuck's sake. I definitely know how to spell FFS. That's spelled QR7, isn't it? Caramel is like the Kraft caramels. I can't even say it right. You melt and coat apples in, and then caramel is more for posh candies, says Boink. I could almost see that. I feel like I've heard someone say that before, too. That caramel is more the hard shit specifically for apples. Well, whatever, I'm going to go with caramel. Spell solder. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't say the L in solder. Just like I add an R to wash in Washington and stuff like that. Siesta is essential, says Rob to Delta Mike, unless you want to cook yourself well done. Yeah, the temperatures over here haven't been too bad, which is kind of a bummer. I wish it was like 100 degrees out today so that like the Abby could really cook in the sun, but it was only like 80 and it was windy, which kind of wasn't helping the situation since a lot of her is aluminum. And of course, aluminum wants to do everything it can to get rid of heat. So if there's a little bit of breeze going by, yada yada, you get it. But she was staying at about 100 degrees out there, which is probably pretty a little bit more for well, what in the fuck? I'd rather have a little bit more to help cure the pain, but not much more. Why is Weatherbug broke? It's like stuck in the maps. I'm trying to see what it's going to be. Let's see if I can see what the wind's going to be like tomorrow. Solder or solder? Jesus. Do I grill out much? I really don't dare see to us. I used to grill out a lot. Like I keep wanting to do like a Saturday stream like at the grill, but I just never quite get to it. But again, maybe this fall we can get around to it. I mean, it would be cool to do. Let's see, Sundays hourly. 5 mile an hour wind. 5 to 10 mile an hour winds tomorrow. Well, that's better than 10 to 15 today. So I'll probably charge up the Chromebook, sit outside tomorrow. Obviously, I'm not going to just like leave it out there or leave her out there just chilling. Note the R. Oh, yes, there is a solder in there. I do say the Bummer means sun mat else too. The sun felt like a blowtorch on me, says Rob. For a while earlier when the sun went very clear. Or the sky went very clear. Well, Rob, don't you pretty much catch on fire when there's any kind of sunlight out anyway? Did something just bite my butt? Nah, just a scratch. Combat it is off. See you next time. See you later, sir. Wow, I don't know where that accent went, but yeah. All right, Captain. Have a good evening. Am I going on another camping adventure when it cools off? Nah, I'll probably be... Shortly, I'll probably be spending most of my weekends at range. Well, Sundays. I might go camping again. We'll see. Like, I definitely had a good time. I don't know that I feel like driving 2.5 hours to go to a campsite with a range, but actually if I drive an hour and a half, yeah, we'll see. There are a couple of campsites around it, or like state park campsites or whatever that have ranges attached to them, so that would be cool. Toot toot, says Jacques Attack. Oh yeah, I did miss the top of the hour? I think so. Cheers. Boink asks, ketchup or catsup? I just say ketchup. I guess I see I spell it ketchup too. I guess that's another regional thing of, I don't know, I think that's regional in the US, not just necessarily a biscuit head versus derpy American head. Solder is the 10 lead you use, or is it the action? It is both, Mr. S. Although you gotta watch with welder, because apparently we like to be specific. Let's see if I can remember this. The welder, ER, weld ER is the machine, and the welder, OR, weld OR is the person doing the operation. C2S says ketchup. Yeah, I've always said ketchup. Like, if I read catsup, I just still read it. Like, I read it as catsup, but I know it means ketchup kind of thing. I don't think I've ever written catsup. Well, when you... So if you spell it catsup, does that how you say it too? Or do you still say ketchup? Because it wouldn't make sense. Because at that point it's catsup, not ketchup. Or ketchup. Well, but you can't really say it's ketchup because there's no CH in there. You know, it's... We're not fucking Pokemon with Ask Ketchum or anything. Supper for Cats, says Matamble. What's up, by the way? Yeah, they just had that a little while ago. I've never heard of the term welder before. Apparently, it's one of those things that's kind of out there. There, Josh. What's up, by the way? Cat soup. Yeah, we don't need... Well, they probably make soup for cats. I assume we'll probably have chicken and rice in it. Twitch ad. But we'll write catsup because it's... Oh, you say... So C2S says ketchup, but writes catsup. Well, that's just weird. Because it's easier to write. I couldn't do that. That would just break my head, probably. Mr. S says it says ketchup on the bottle, right? Not all of them. Some of them say catsup. I think even over here, some of them say catsup. That's why I think it must be a regional thing. I don't know. They are accepting stupid text speech into the source dictionary now. What the fuck? That's fucked up. Oh yeah, you know all that shit's gonna go in there. Especially the more younger people you get on the like the Webster community, the more they're gonna add like in like whatever that weird speechy things that they do. I mean, I keep up with it. It's fine, but it's whatever. Of course, a lot of those terms that a lot of these younger kids use, they think they came up with the shit. And I'm like, brother, come on, man. When I was your age, I got told that shit wasn't even original. It's amazing how the shit just cycles through and everybody thinks they're the first time. Zap Sparky, thanks to The Simpsons and a Google search many years later, I learned catsup is an actual thing. Yes, it is. Mr. S, my cats don't really like the cat soup. Yeah, that's weird. That would be weird to see a cat eating soup. Why is this spinning? You never seen Weldor before, says Rob. Yeah, you see it sometimes in some of the certain welder manuals that I've looked through will actually be kind of specific about that. Like in the first couple, like the preface or whatever, a couple of them have said, look, we're going to be saying this and this. When we say this, we mean this. And when we say this, we mean that. It's like, okay. Matambale, how about a middle ground? We all just pronounce it soda. That's another thing. When I was traveling the country for a while, depending on where you go, you'd be ordering a Coke. And when you ordered a Coke, you didn't know what you were getting. Maybe Coke or Pepsi. You order a soda, you order a soda pop, you order a pop. Like, that's just funny. Because if you say the wrong word, a lot of times they just get confused. So usually it just got to the point where we kind of caught on a little bit. And we just kind of listen around as we were checking the menu to see what other people were ordering so that we didn't stand out as super ultra tourists, which we all walked in with the wrong, like, regional accent, dialect, whatever you want. So there, I could tell anyway. Yeah, besides that, man, like, it's been pretty chill. I'm going to try and finish those brackets tomorrow if I get time, depending on what's going on outside. So I would like to get the 3D printer going because I also want to print out some mag holders for, well, the mags that are showing up. LS1, what's up? You look new. I don't believe I've seen you here before. How are you this evening? LS1, man, I got a... Oh, what's the Edelbrock aftermarket fuel system fucking computer? God, I have a wiring harness for an LS1 Edelbrock system. What is that, the Dominator? Because I was going to put an LS1 in the Suburban. It's an old name. Black 1991 Z24. Holly Predator. Black 1991 Z24. Why does that make me think I know you from a long time ago? It is, Mike. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? What are you doing here? Yeah, fuck, man. So, yeah, LS1, I met this motherfucker. We hung out, what the fuck? How old am I? 30 fucking years ago? Holy shit, dude. I had a fucking Camaro for a little while. That fucking, you had a Camaro, right? Yeah. Fucking, that was back in the old Cavalier, Pontiac, Sunfire, Sunbird Club. Fucking around and found you on accident. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing my thing, man. 98 SS convertible. Yeah, there you go. I remember. God damn, dude. Man, I'm still just derping around. I do this shit on Saturdays, hang out with my homies. Doing a little bit of, just got into a new hobby involving rifles. Try to game when I get a chance. I don't get around to that. Doing Lego shit and working on a fucking cursed engine on Wednesday streams. Ah, man, it's good to talk to you, dude. I feel like, God, I feel like the last time we fucking like said something like over Facebook or something was probably like 20 years ago or something. God damn. Edelbrock, we call what? Jakebrock Lear in Dutch. Okay. Yeah, saw that. You have a shitload of rifles too. Yeah, I had to get some stuff sorted out. Up here in Massachusetts. Oh, you're back up there? That's why you were up there for a while. Well, I'm pretty sure Mass is, I'm pretty sure we're both on the what is it, the nasty, or the, what do they call it? The nasty 12 or the shitty 12, like 12 states that are just total fuckheads, including Maryland, Maryland, California, New York. I think Mass is one of them. Andy's Computer Tube. What's up, man? Welcome. Welcome. Eager to try it. Moxie is apparently an aggressive soda pop. An old school friend, says Mr. Egg. Moxie. I don't think they still make something called Moxie. It's a shit show up there now. Most of what I have I can't buy. Yeah, that's... Maryland keeps kind of doing that. That's why I'm just getting more and more stuff before it goes to shit. Which hopefully the Banish suppressor will be here. Should ship on Thursday. Ship down to the FFL and then ship to my house. So hopefully I'll have it in about a week and a half. Isn't the LS1 an engine code? I know that name from somewhere. Yeah, that's the early or early-ish, earlier Camaros and Corvettes had the LS1s. What they had, all kinds of, they had various LSs, but the LS1 was always like the stout one. Stock up on lowers. Yeah, actually, I'm going to be getting a G43 next, and then an AR10, and then another 15, and then probably a Car 98. And then we'll go from there. After that, I'll probably get something long barrel 308, bolt action, or Creedmoor. We'll see where Creedmoor is in a couple years. Black movie available in Ohio. Which movie? What are we talking about there, Pancake? Oh, you saw the new, I hear the new Superman movie is a hoot. I've heard all kinds of shit about that, Locke. I'm not much of a DC fan except for like some of the Batman stuff, but yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like there's a new quote super, like at least Marvel, like they pretty much got the same people most of the way through for most of the characters, but DC, man, it's like every 2 movies they gotta have somebody fucking else. Like Jesus Christ. Jack Attack, General Motors LS1 engine, 5.7 liter V8 with a stout motherfucking bottom end, let me tell you. You can put almost 1,000 horsepower through the stock bottom end of that, and it don't give a fuck. The old GM race team. I don't know, Mike, you may remember that when actually, I don't know if you were around when I was doing the old radio show when I got to interview the Cobalt racing team. Had an 1,100 horsepower. Well, that was an Ecotech, actually. Shit, I'm thinking LS1. That was the Ecotech they had with 1,100 horsepower. The issue with the LS1s was the piston. Yeah, if you're doing that much power, you're going to be putting fresh pistons in there anyway. Yeah, I almost did that with the Burb. Now I'm just going to I just have a stock, well, quote, stock 350 in it. That's 355 to bottom end's pre-86. Got it from a buddy of mine that used to own a race team. Had an extra one laying around. I just got to do the heads and eventually put it the fuck together. Because the engine in the Burb is still the factory one with 249,500 miles. About to roll 250 on that thing, and I've been driving it all over the place. Runs a little rough, but I'll get that sorted eventually. Bacon on English muffin was tasty, says Lockwatcher. Bacon on anything is usually tasty, especially if there's bread involved. And I have made English muffin bacon sandwich, and I've also made a bagel bacon sandwich, which is also good. You got a 2017 Tahoe with a 5.3. Yeah, I just got my old crusty Burb. Had like the work van. Yeah, I didn't drive the Burb for a year and a half because I just didn't feel like it. But then I had to drive out to Ohio, so I gave it that whole 45-minute test drives before driving 500-ish miles out to Ohio. Well, yeah, take care of your old shit. It'll take care of you back. God damn, I'm getting in the mood for bacon now. I don't have any bacon right now. I'm all out of breakfast stuff. I don't feel like going to the store. Maybe I'll... Actually, you know what I'll do? Later tonight, I'll make some pizza fries, and I have bacon bits. But it's like the real bacon bits. So they're fine. Maybe I'll make some pizza fries later, put some bacon bits on there. Boink says, everything bagel with bacon and strawberry cream cheese. I don't know about the strawberry part. Maybe the cream cheese. I'm pretty sure the bagel one I made, I'm pretty sure I put cheese on that, but not cream cheese. That might not be too bad, though. I mean, cream cheese is good. Old shit holds up better than the new stuff. 124,000 miles on that 2017, and it started ticking. Ooh, 6 bent rods on the intake side. Yeah, there were some. I feel like the cam and the lifters had some various issues from GM around them times too. But they've been having some issues with their stock roller lifters for a while. It feels like. Sweet and salty bacon. Yeah, I can't. When it comes to bacon, it's hard to get sweet involved all the time. And usually just like the savory and like something else with it. Blackwater says the jalapeno jelly with cream cheese works on a bagel. Yeah, I could see that. But we're not introducing bacon into that, so that kind of works out. Cams and lifters look great. Can't help but think it was a metallurgy issue on that. Yeah, it could be. All it takes is one bad batch, and if they're all packaged together, you're going to get all the bad ones all at once. Yeah, it could be. Blink says the grocery order came today. They didn't have the bacon I wanted. Oh, you wanted sweet and salty bacon? Is that what you meant when you typed that? Because if you wanted that, then I may have to ban you from the internet. Maybe from the galaxy, because that's strange. Of course, then again, I don't really like maple bacon. Like maple, I'd always just get regular smoked, like hickory smoked or whatever, because even maple bacon just tastes weird to me. What do we got here? Give a toast from Mr. S. All right, well, cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out, doing your thing, having a good time, relaxing, chilling on a Saturday evening. Bacon crack, candy bacon. Okay, well, yeah, candy bacon, that's actually pretty fucking good. I'll give you that. Blackwatcher, the Aldi jalapeno bacon is pretty good. It's pre-cooked jalapenos. I got to get out to an Aldi. It seems like they've diversified their selection a lot since I've been there. Because y'all are calling out some shit I've never seen at an Aldi, but I haven't been to an Aldi in probably 5 or 6, probably 4 or 5 years. You're going to need to see that Technic Lunar Rover LS swap next stream. Well, I mean, I suppose if we really get this shit going. If this fucking thing ever decides it wants to run, we could always stick this in the rover. This little guy right here. This tiny little V8 gas-fueled engine that just burned the starter out and doesn't want to fucking start. God, fucking thing's heavy. Yeah, we're working on well, I'm going to be working on that. It's having an issue of getting to start, so I gotta screw with that for a little bit. You need to do a toast video. What do you mean there, Lock? What do you, like something that comes up on the screen or something? I have thought about that. With that one plugin I was talking about there, apparently you can do video pop-up things too, besides like the sound stuff, on Twitch anyway. YouTube is just going to be YouTube. Twitch, like I said when I started dual streaming, Twitch is like the fun, goofy chat, well, and music, since you can't play music on YouTube. Actually, let me put something on other than Rush. Let's go for something completely different. With no transition at all. All right. Jack Attack with the lookup. The LS engine is a modern, lighter-weight aluminum block V8 with superior engine technology, including better airflow, electronic fuel injection, and a more rigid design. While the small block Chevy is an older, heavier iron block engine with a more traditional design that relies on carburation or throttle body injection, and they typically last a lot longer if you do them properly. But anyway, don't we need a stretch? Yeah, we haven't had a stretch in a while. Guess we'll see if one shows up. Aldi became hoity-toity compared to when I was a kid. Well, yeah, it was just cheap stuff then, says C2S. Yeah, I feel when I started going to Aldi, that's when they were in the transition. Because in the stint of time that I went to Aldi, their selection did vary, like kind of change a lot. And from what I understand, it has kind of changed again some more. Rob says, I saw a 6-barrel big block recently. That was a monster. Oh, yeah. Triple car, triple deuce. Yeah, they just suck fuel, and them little 2 barrels are fucking big fucking 2 barrels too. All right, we got an everybody stretch from Mr. S. So go ahead and remember, cracking your knuckles doesn't cause arthritis. It's fine. Stretch something. Get your blood flowing. Oh, there we go. Get the back a little bit. Oh, fucking hell. All right. All these sausages are the best. The meat sausages, I mean, the pork sausages, Jesus, you know what I mean. You're talking about long meat there, Fama. You may need to be a little bit more specific with this audience, and I think you know that. Fucking hell. 30 years ago, motherfucker, this shows up. Christ, is my phone number the same? I think my phone number is the same as it was back then. That motherfucker hasn't changed forever, because that's the same phone number I had when I was with Sprint. It might be the fucking same. Who knows? Stretch in toaster pastries. You know, I almost got... Oh, with the new toaster, okay. A video trying out the new toaster. Sure, I could do a toaster video. I made cinnamon toast this morning. Since I was out of eggs, I was like, fuck, so I just made a bunch of cinnamon toast, and then I ordered a crab cake. Because, you know, that's what you do. And crab cakes are fucking good. And if you're from Maryland, you kind of have to eat crab cakes. For some reason, I'm feeling like, Mike, aren't you allergic to fucking crabs? Or was that somebody else? I don't know why that thing popped in my head. Rob, it's been scrapped sadly. Red was big words, numbers. Okay. I like sausages that fit the circumference of my mouth, says Boink. Links, not patties. Well, that's a quotable quote. You know what? That's such a quotable quote. We're just gonna do that. Just read that, everybody. Just for those that aren't seeing chat, just so we have evidence that that was spoken. And by all means, everyone, feel free to take that in whatever context you mean. I'm sure Blake would be just fine with it. Sugar, cinnamon, and butter, delicious. Try it with olive oil instead of butter as an experiment. That sounds weird, Fama, but I will consider it if I think of it. If you don't eat crab, do they get you out of your state? You can request to have someone removed from Maryland if they don't eat crabs, yes. Ooh. Gotta have crab cake. I get like a crab cake a week for the most part from Super Subs. Oh yeah. Was it here I was talking about the different Brians we had? We had like B5, B numbers, all these B letters. Like that was from Mike. When Mike was around when we had all the Brians. We skipped B4. Like the number 4, B4, because that would obviously be a little confusing. And if I remember right, B4 was someone that showed up for like 2 weeks. And I think that may have been the guy I chased around with my nuts hanging out. And I don't think he came back after that. But I feel like there was a couple people that didn't come back after being chased around the parking lot with my nuts hanging out of my pants, running like a madman. But that's just kind of how I introduced you to my club. Pardon me. They send the Krabby Wagon to take you away, says Locke. Yes, actually, we could probably do that. So if someone doesn't accept crabs, they're banished, says Fama. Yes, that is the general, that is what we try to do here. We don't partake to non-crabby people in our parts. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to clean the computers tonight and check the padding they're sitting on. I may have actually, you know what? The rifle came with some pretty decent padding. Wonder if I can use that for a cushion on these. Not to see how heavy duty it is. Oh, and the red dot, that's what it was. The red dot came with something we can use as an oil filter, assuming we get the engine running. It's one of those, it's durable durable open cell foam, because I can breathe through it fine, so this would be good for oil filter. So I finally have oil filter stuff if we ever decide to dick with that. So I'm going to keep that on the side. I can still hear that goddamn fan kicking in and out. All right. Those aren't the crabs I was speaking of, says Fama. Well, if you want those crabs, there's a few places I could send you to for those crabs too. Actually, there's a few places I could send you that you would probably get one type of crabs while you're, well, getting the other type of crabs. Welcome to fucking Baltimore. As Atozy put it, one of America's more popular PvP servers. Fucking truth. Truck has a sticker. If it wasn't for the gutter, my mind would be homeless. Says C2S. I feel like I've seen something along those lines on a bumper sticker before. C-type crabs. Well, yeah, well, blue crabs. Maryland blue crabs, if we're going to be specific there. Yeah. Notably, I've yet to see a damned crab. Apparently, I have to make a trip to Baltimore. Well, we have some. Oh, a damn crab cake. Yeah, we have some crab cakes. We don't have many damned crab cakes, but I'm sure there's a couple places I could probably work that over. I don't know that I would suggest a damned crab cake, because I guess unless you already know you're going to hell, I guess that would really be the only stipulation of that. Are blue crabs like blue waffles? No, they're a little different. Although I will say, when you rip the shell off of the crab, like it's almost like a yellow waffle. But yeah, close. Yes, damned equals spicy. Yeah, spicy in a couple different ways, I suppose. Yeah, I never really have a crab cake to show you guys, because when it shows up, it is fucking gone very quickly. Who here doesn't go to hell, asked Mr. S. I don't know, man. I already got an air-conditioned room reserved, so I ain't pressed on it. I only put a mono steering wheel on some big fat Uniroyal types in the Nova and a cassette Sony stereo. A mono steering wheel. What the fuck is a mono? Is that like only have one arm, like big circle, only one arm thing on it or something? Mono steering wheel. All the cool people are in hell. Yeah, for the most part, I'd say. Well, Tomboli, I've been to hell. It's DC in August. Well, I gotta tell you, Tomboli, if you're gonna bring up DC, it's not August. It's DC any fucking time. A Momo steering wheel. God damn, I think for a short period of time I had a Momo on the calf. Typo Momo. I know what Momos. I remember Momo. Is Momo still a thing for, like, quote, performance shit? Flying shrimp. 100 degrees Fahrenheit with 100% humidity. It says Matomblade. Yeah, that's, yeah, welcome to the fucking East. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic. Well, from the Mid-Atlantic South, I don't think it gets... I know New York can get pretty hot, but that's mostly just because of... there's no fucking airflow, because it's nothing but goddamn exhaust up there. On the stream deck. What are we doing? Scrufdog has the Belchebub button. I don't have a belch button. You just burp. I have... Actually, I don't have any sound on the stream deck. On the mixer, we have... I think there's a total of 10 sounds in there. I got my 8 buttons, and then I have 3 that you can do up to a minute. I think there's only 1 or 2 of them has something in there. But Tom, like, it's to 100 here, but the relative humidity is less than 25%. Yeah, it's like, well, it was about 2 weeks ago. It was like 95, 96 degrees out, but for some weird twist of what the fuck, it was only like 30, 40% humidity. And I was like, this is fucking nice, because like I wasn't just covered in sweat because it didn't have anywhere to go. It just did what it's supposed to and evaporates and doesn't get in your fucking way. Like, holy shit, what a concept. God, like, there's so many reasons why I really shouldn't fucking live in Maryland, but like, I'm kind of like dug in at this point, so I'm just gonna make the best of it. So when you sweat, you cool. Well, yes. The opposite of the helium voice. I think my brake pads are made of glue. They are insane, says Rob. Yeah. What material did pads and what material rotor or grade type of rotor did you get there, Rob? I don't remember. I think you said something the other night. The opposite of helium voice. Well, that would be. See, well, when I do the opposite of helium voice or helium voice, I usually end to go down to 25% because 0% on the pitch is almost, with my voice, is almost too deep. So I usually go down to right about here, and then you can like, you know, kick in the reverb, and then like, you know, just welcome to my nightmare, and do shit like that. But if you go too low, it's kind of hard to understand. Even with the reverb off, it's still kind of a little difficult to understand. So I tend to keep it up here so that it's easier to understand. Yeah. My aunt's house was always humid. It seemed to be a relative issue. Thanks, Pancake. But yeah, the deep on that for my voice is a little... I mean, I don't know if it's particularly my voice or just a pitch, but that's a little deep to be have an everyday benign conversation. It's tough. It is tough with that voice. Like I said, 25% all day long. Turn the reverb on, you sound like fucking, like, you know, God is coming down from the fucking YouTube heavens or whatever. But all the way down is just a little much. And the reverb turned all the way up. That's at 3/4. That turned all the way up is a little much too. Zap Sparky, guess I'm not sleeping tonight. Well, you know, I try not to necessarily have that effect on people, but I can't always guarantee that won't be a thing. Drink your water now. There it is. Just have a little bit of fun. I know, I recommend getting derpy voice changers to everyone because it's just fucking derpy. Just a shame that the mixer output doesn't go into the PC or the gaming rig. Because I used to be able to throw that shit over to the gaming rig, but the way this microphone's set up, that doesn't work. It's just for y'all. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's a pretty Mortal Kombat-y voice. Want to go to heaven? Stop at my house for pancakes, says Lockwatcher. Well, someone's speaking very highly of their flat cakey dip. Whoa, what just happened? Well, okay, let's go ahead and highlight that. Don't you enter the trap door. What kind of trap door you're talking about there, Mr. Eat Cake? In Helldog voice, all right, I need milk, ham, ravioli, gnocchi tonight. Go through the grocery list of hell. Graham Shaw, hey God, tell Trump he'd be going to hell, but Satan doesn't want him anymore. Yeah, really, just we're fine down there. Burke, what is Burke? Burke. Rotors have zinc in, but not exotic materials. Zimmerman Sport Z cross-drilled with Brembo pads. Cross-drilled, okay, what, put the money in a box, yeah, pretty much. What, like, are they Kevlar pads, ceramic pads, baby pressed into a machine pads? Helldog must be Scruff's evil twin. No, we don't need to be two fucking Scruff dogs. Fuck that. There's this place can barely deal with my dumb ass. Hey God, it's me, Margaret. Asbestos pads. You gotta watch, man. Like, you can still find some asbestos pads kicking around out there. Especially on older vehicles where people haven't driven them much. Like, they may still be rocking that asbestos dust. That'll kind of always be a thing to watch out for. That, and like, you don't need to be, whether it's asbestos, Kevlar, ceramic, fucking pieces of your mom's boob, fucking whatever the fuck, or whatever organic compound, like, you don't want to breathe the shit in anyway. That's why you don't just blow that shit out, man. Just use fucking brake cleaner, get as much as you can out. And if you got to blow it out, do it in a breeze or put on a respirator or at least a fucking mask or something, because that shit's gonna fuck you up over time. Just like I'm expecting my hands to fucking rot off because I've used brake. I don't use it much anymore. I ain't gonna lie, every once in a while, but like I use chlorinated brake cleaner to clean my hands. Like I used to do that shit all day, every day. So I know they're just gonna fucking fall off one of these days. That and breathing in so much brake clean, my lungs are half fried anyway. Fucking cheers to that. The Chinese still use asbestos in the automotive, apparently. Yeah, the Chinese just use, from my understanding, the Chinese use asbestos in just whatever. Like, it's just another thing to them. So, Swedish, yeah, Swedish. Bork, bork, bork. On today's episode, we learned how to make the chocolate mousse. First, to take the chocolate and to put it on the mousse. I fucking love Swedish Chef. He was my favorite Muppet. Oh. So yeah, as far as gaming goes, I'm not going to be doing any Scum streams soon because it looks like it's probably going to be all reset in 5 days. And I don't know, Scum's, unless this update brings something fresh, I'm just kind of, I need something fresh. Maybe because the Battlefield isn't on the open beta anymore. I don't know, I think I just need to get into just some different new game, maybe a different genre. Gold River Project's pretty good, but the 2 hour limit on it just kind of sucks. Yeah, the 28th there, Fama. Fama doesn't play the game, knows more about it than most players do. Trump is bringing back asbestos. Anything to be contrary. Hey, he's bringing back a lot of stuff. The Chinese don't give a crap about their people at all. Yeah, them and Russia, Russia, North Korea, they have a whole lot in common when it comes to government or officials versus the people. Like, who gives a fuck about the people, according to them? Official dude report? Well, that was kind of with the Pussies and Pianos, but dude, good. Like I said, I fell asleep last night. He fell asleep pretty much on my arm. And I woke up like 4 hours later. He was still there. I don't know if he slept the whole time or what, but then we got up and we both went to the bathroom. He came back a little while later. Hung out some more. Josh, Gold River Project and Fishing Planet are good. Yeah, I haven't played Fishing Planet in a while. I just got a bunch of new drops too. But that's I almost feel like that's overly chill for a stream. Just because, like, I'm not good at it, so I'm not out. And, like, I like watching other people play Fishing Planet, because usually the people I'm watching, like, if I'm trying to get drops just to fucking get them, you get to see these dudes out there catching, like, 200, 300, 400-pound fucking fish out in the steep sea, and it's, like, fun to watch them. But I'm pulling in, like, a fucking 4-pound bass. I'm like, alt.frenchcaptain.borg.borg.borg. Borg, borg, borg. Trunk is into drinking bleach, so the asbestos makes sense to me, says Rob. Well, there you go. Hey, wait a minute. We're talking about... We're grazing political stuff. Where's Rasher? You listening, Rasher? Come on, jump on in. We're getting close to the end of the show. We gotta get some Rasher if you're listening. Naomi Wu. I've never watched her much. Every once in a while, I'm like, yay, big boobs. Okay, that's cool, but never really watched her much. Most I've watched of her was when I was getting into 3D printing initially. Like, she did have some good information, good reviews, but I just couldn't watch the, like, hey, let's just walk around and stare at boobs all day kind of stream she did. It's whatever. Yeah, I'm not trying to go all out there, Locke. I really want to get into Gold River Project. They have been doing a bunch of updates, and I've been staying updated. Like I said, it's just a whole 2-hour thing. It's hard for me to, like, as soon as the 2-hour thing is gone, like, I'm going to be on that motherfucker like crazy. Because it sounds like a really interesting story. There's already a lot of it available as far as the different seasons and the different like levels, quote, difficulties go. But my casual ass just can't, like, speed run that shit to try and get in there like a lot of these guys do in that 2 hours. But I think that'll be a good time once the 2-hour demo is up. But I still play it every once in a while just to stay fresh. Bob S. Naomi Wu has a couple of big distractions. Yeah, they're definitely vast tracts of land. How much people play games like Bloodborne and FPS games, says C2S, but I can't play them. Yeah, like some games I'll watch and back that up. Some games I'll watch and, like, it's fun to watch them, but I know I'd never want to play them, kind of thing. I don't know why that is, but I guess it's just how that works. Her boobs look like an add-on, like Selma in A Dirty Sheet. Yeah, she's got the built-in DLC. The same online says she makes me wish I was a lesbian. Apparently, that's not an uncommon thought. I'm sure my neighbors will appreciate my middle of the night screaming, says Zaps. That's fine. Nobody minds that. As long as you... Look, if you're going to do middle of the night screaming, make sure it's absolutely psychotic and crazy to the point where they don't want to call the police because they don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's all or nothing when you're doing that shit. You liked her dog wagon. I have no idea what that means. Does she have a dog with a wagon? Why couldn't the little boy go see the Pirates movie? Asks Jack Attack. Because it was rated R. Come to Torquay. You will hear screaming nearly every night. Well, yeah, I mean, you could go into, well, not here, but you go into Baltimore City. You hear screams, gunshots, squealing tires. Probably literally the sound of death. I mean, just about every fucking night, it seems like. You know, it's great. Just bring your fucking body armor. Christ. People wonder why I want to be able to have a carry and conceal permit, because sometimes I may have to actually go into that fucking PvP server and I want to have something with me. Legally. My boss stole my donkey and a blanket. He's been riding my assume all day. I'm glad I'm not a lesbian, says Mr. A-Cake. Well, I mean, you'd be something. What's blue and not very heavy? Light blue. That's true. Been riding my ass all day. Okay, I thought that was a little weird. He's been riding my ass all day. Well, as long as the donkey's warm with the blanket, that's fine. All right. So we will call this at the top of the hour, as we tend to usually do. So let's see. What are we having for dinner tonight? A stupid autocorrect. Yeah, my autocorrect has finally realized that I use fuck a lot in certain text messages, so it is just accepted the fact and it doesn't try to autocorrect it anymore. My friend claims he glued himself to his autobiography. I don't believe him, but that's his story and he's sticking to it. What's in the fridge, I will tell you. Well, I'm going to do fries and gravy. Yeah, actually, I mean, the French fries take about a half hour, the melty bit. Yeah, I'll probably put them in right after the stream. They'll be ready by 9-ish, depending, how fast I move. So that'll be good. So I'll be doing fries and gravy, or I'm sorry, not fries and gravy, pizza fries. Pizza fries. If you don't know what pizza fries are yet, I don't know how, because I've described them before, but you never know. You make your French fries, you get them done. Meanwhile, you have pizza sauce, marinara, whatever, warming up. And then you get your pizza cheese. And in my case, I'm going to add real bacon bits, or you can add whatever toppings. Actually, I'm going to add some onions too. Ooh, yeah, some raw onions. But you cook your fries and then you put them in a bowl. And if you're using a lot of French fries, you put about half of them in, do your sauce, do a layer of cheese, then put more fries on top, layer of sauce, layer of cheese, toppings as, in there as well. And I actually bought 2 ceramic bowls, that sit inside each other, put all that stuff into a ceramic bowl, put that back in the oven for like 5 minutes so it heats through, everything gets nice and hot. Then take that ceramic bowl out, stick it in the other ceramic bowl that it matches so that you can still carry it and move it around and put it on tables and stuff and not melt it. And then eat it. It's really good. Definitely recommend it. That is what pizza fries are. Top of the hour to you, Sam. Almost top of the hour. So yeah, that's what I will be doing. Simon Griffin says beans on toast. I gotta try and remember to get some baked beans and do that. I don't know that I feel like I've done that. I'm pretty sure I've had baked beans on toast before. But either way, like, it sounds pretty fucking good, actually. Baltimore poutine. Yeah, I don't know. Like, pizza fries is a pretty normal American thing at most Italian restaurants or sub shops or whatever. I usually will get either, if I order out, I'll usually get, like, a lot of times I'll get either pizza fries or gravy fries. It depends on their gravy. Because sometimes you just get, like, French fries and you get, like, a little fucking, like, ketchup cup with some watered ass, like, fucking brown stuff. And then sometimes you get the French fries, and then you get a big thing of good gravy. And then sometimes you get the French fries with the gravy on it, and they're still good because they're soggy. But I don't mind if they're a little soggy with gravy, though I do prefer to make fries here because then when I pour the gravy on, they're fresh, so they're crispy fries with the gravy. But I'm fine with soggy fries with gravy as well because it just means it absorbs the gravy flavor, and you can tell it does taste pretty good. But yeah, I would like to, I want to try to remember to get some baked beans, do some beans on toast for breakfast or just a snack. But yeah, I do believe it is open face bear lock. If any of the biscuits can confirm that. Like, it's just toast and then just baked beans on top, right? Like, do you put like cheese or anything else on there as a fancy option, or is it just some bug and bake ass beans on some toast, like open face? Calico beans are the best baked beans. 4 to 5 types of beans: brown sugar, ground beef, Worcestershire, or is that Worcestershire or Worcestershire bacon? Rob, I hope you have something in reserve you can cook at this time of the night. put Marmite. God, I thought that said Armalite. Fuck. Put Marmite on the buttered toast first, then the beans and cheese on top of it and grill it. So do you put it on buttered, when you say grill it, do you mean put it in like the toaster oven or put it on a pan? I'm guessing you mean a toaster oven. Marmite, I forgot about the Marmite thing. What the fuck is Marmite? Do we have, what's the amount? We have somebody, do we have Marmite? What is the American Marmite? I feel like I had some recently. Broil it. Oh, okay, broil it. Gotcha. Yeah, just melt the shit on top so you don't fuck up the toast. Check. Overhead grill heat. Yeah, okay, so that would be toaster oven or my oven. It still kind of works. I haven't gotten around to contacting them yet. If you move it around enough, it works. But that would be broil on like a toaster oven. Vegemite. That's it. Vegemite. Vegemite. Thank you, everybody. I feel like I've had Vegemite and it wasn't that bad. Alright, I'll try to remember that shit. I'll have a biscuit breakfast. Biscuit head breakfast. Just enough to melt the cheese. Yeah, that works. Yeah, because that'll also keep the toast from derping out. Vegemite is an Australian thing. Yeah, but I know we have that here. It's not Worcestershire? I thought it was Worcestershire. It looks like people are correcting me. I thought it was Worcestershire. Simon, I have an air fryer. Air fryers work. I suppose if you get it right. You can get Marmite yeast extract at stores near you. Now, that sounds like we're starting to get complicated there, Pancake Man. Amazon has little bottles of Marmite. It goes... Amazon? Okay, this... well, yeah, actually, they do have, like, some food stuff. I mean, Christ, they get the peanuts there. But yeah, I guess that would be a quote, dry item that you'd be able to get from the Amazon. Let's see. Amazon.term. Vegemite spread from Austria. And there's Vegemite spread. Vegemite squeezy. 200 gram bottle. Convenient squeeze format. Made in Australia. 12 bucks. 220 for 10 bucks. Okay. All right. Oh, that is actually, it is called yeast extract. Okay. It's like how much you put on there. Like, do you put like a butter's amount worth? Do you put a jelly amount worth? Do you put a peanut butter amount worth? Like, you know, like you kind of know how much you put on like peanut butter jelly sandwich kind of thing. Like, how much of that would you put on there? I guess I'll add that to which one do I want to pick here. So like the squeezy spread stuff, is that as good as the regular stuff? How often should you change the bong water? That is kind of up to you. Don't mispronounce Worcestershire. You'll get the UKings again. Worcestershire, not sure how to pronounce it, but it's good in a sloppy joe's as Lockwatcher. Yeah, yeah. See, Marmite and Vegemite are very similar, slightly different, but not much. It's it's a byproduct of the brewing process. Oh my god. Put as much on as you can handle. So I'll try it with butter first. Wait, what's the other shit? Marmite? Right? Can I get that here since that's apparently the correct stuff? Yeah, I can just get Marmite from Amazon. Alright, well, I'll just get Marmite since that's like the real shit. I'll just add that to the cart. Because I already got some hardware for hanging, well, hardware on the wall. What I've been doing lately, I'll just load up my Amazon cart and then like Friday before lunch, I'll just go ahead and get it sent in and then have it sent to my house instead of having to run to the locker or pick it up at work. And that's been working out pretty good because then everything shows up on Saturdays and Sundays. Try Biscoff spread and Nutella on toast. I've done Biscoff spread. I've done both of those on. Oh, what the hell are those like plain sugar cookie things? Oh my God, what are like the cookies that are kind of just plain at shortbread? Yeah, shortbread. There we go. Vegemite is waste. Okay, so it's like the spam of spreads. Just eat a spoonful. Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to try it. I have there's a thing in the cart. Is it like the proper Marmite? Is that the one that's all yellow and stuff? Like the lids and stickers and shit are like yellow and there's some red. Is that like the proper Marmite brand? Because I see there's a brand name called Sanitarium Health and Well-Being Marmites. I don't know that I want to try that. What the fuck? Sanitarium brand Marmite. I mean, maybe that tells you a little bit about how fucking crazy you people are. The bottle's odd. Yeah, kind of like looks like somebody kind of took a bottle and when it's like, looks like a little chubby guy. Alright. Marmite is the brand. Yeah, so it's just kind of like a Xerox thing. Where everything's a Xerox, even though it's a fucking copy machine. Right, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, squat, that's the word. A squat yellow bottle, well, a squat bottle, brown bottle, black bottle with a yellow lid. Looks like it's a black. Is it black or is it? No, that's brown. At least that one is. The right angle looks like it's a clear brown. Marmite usually has yellow lids and a unique bottle shape. Has a flat spot so you can let the last bit run down. You mean the ones on the sides? Or do you just mean upside down? But anyhow, I would need matchsticks to prop my eyes open. Where's Gramshaw? You've been off. I know it's just about your bedtime. Where we at? Up in Scotland, we dropped the sure part, and it's just Worcester sauce. Worcester sauce. I'm off to bed. Been up since 5:40. You're spooked. Yeah, Graham, get some goddamn sleep. Makes more sense. You dropped the sure part too. Never works. Yeah, get some sleep there, Graham. I guess we're all going to be getting some sleep here in a minute because we're going to shut this down here right after this toast, I suppose. If you eat a spoon, please do it on stream. I can do that there, C2S. That's kind of how we do it here. If I'm trying new stuff from y'all, then I'm sure I'll get a good enough preview from sniffing it anyway. Anyway, let's do one more toast and then we're going to shut it down for the night. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's about it. So anyway, cheers everybody. Appreciate hanging out for this long, doing our thing. Hope y'all had a chill time. Well, if Marmite is seemingly so bad, then why are we putting it on stuff? Does it just taste really good with other things? Do we get to see the paint job on Twitch? Oh yeah, I guess forgot about that. Good call. Good call. If you want to get a live view of Lady Abigail's new paint job, then I'll end the YouTube stream and we can do that on Twitch if y'all want. I guess say woohoo if you want to do that or something. Marmite is said to divide folk. You love it or hate it, says Pianoman. Okay. Gotcha. Kind of feel like Nutella's getting that way too. Whereas Nutella, we got at least one woohoo. Okay. I feel like Nutella's getting that way. Like people either just want to eat it on every fucking thing or they think it's like acid butter. You know what I mean? I don't know why that. I think that's because it seems like anything that like food wise it gets into the spotlight, it turns into instead of it just being something that some people like, some people don't mind, some people neutral, like suddenly when any food gets into a spotlight, it's like turns into fucking politics. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. Anyway, all right. Well, I guess I'll shut down the YouTube stream here in just a second, and then I'll leave Twitch going, and I'll grab Abby, show you how that or how she's looking, and then I'll end that in a few minutes. See, Marmite, you love it or hate it, or you either love it or think you've been poisoned, says Andy. Well, this ought to be fun then. It's dessert. Nutella is good with bananas, peanut butter, crepes, or anything that goes with chocolate. And I probably said that French word fucking wrong because I always fucking say it wrong. But anyway, all right, YouTube side. I'm going to go ahead and call it for you since I can't do this. Like, I can't even... Can use... Where are they sitting? No. Oh, we're right there. You can almost see like 3 carts, 3 5.56 rounds sitting there. Like, I can't even touch those on YouTube stream. Like, whatever. So anyway, guess if you want to take a quick look at that, hop over to Twitch, and I'll see you over there in a minute. But for YouTube, I appreciate you hanging out. We'll see y'all Wednesday for Aldi Van Lego and Facehugger Lego, and any updates if I get a chance to derp with the engine, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you then, or I'll see you next Saturday, and either way at YouTube. Appreciate you watching and hanging out. So again, be groovy to each other, and I am off YouTube in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.